right system for us for this game. And I would recommend, it's a relatively long stream, but we went through laboriously what our options were and decided that not only does EZD6 accomplish what we're looking for, it's going to be much easier for new players to come in as the campaign progresses, and it's easy to customize. So just the way the system works, we were able to get together some ideas as to how we do space combat, how do we do, or ship combat, I should say, how, well, a lot of things. So we'll get right into it. And Max has done a lot of work in the background. Max, do you want to talk about that? You've been putting together classes and inclinations and that's going to all come into play here as Phil and yourself create these characters. So I'll share this to the stage, and here we go. Yeah. Character class.
A lot of like I look in the class that are in the core book of EZD6, and I try to, some of them could just like be transferred right away. Some of them need to be adapted to the settings somewhat. So I try to do that. And from the core of EZD6, from the Wasted World playset, which is a post-apocalyptic setting, and there's some of them that I thought like, well, maybe I can make from scratch. Some of them are just like very like bare bones skeleton, basically, right? Just like that could be feel like together. If somebody's interested in playing this type of character, we can discuss it. Some of them, like pilot there, that's probably just an inclination, right? Yes. So I kind of cut it there. So it's very, very like just like some note that I jolted down like pretty fast. But I thought it'd give us something to start working with, right?
Exactly.
And then we need to put some flesh on those bones.
So now if I skip back to this document here, this is where we're brainstorming out what Phil wanted to play his character to start off with, and then what Max you were looking to play. And so we've got this text here. Now I didn't, unlike Max, I didn't spend any time prettying this up or condensing it into one easy to read thing. So we've got Phil is the muscle. We were talking about A-Team before we went live. This is the Baracus, right? Kind of, sort of. And then Max is more of the face, it looks like.
No. I'm more like the sneaky TV kind of guy, right?
Oh, okay, got it. Okay,
yeah.
So
martial art too. So you know,
keeping that in mind, let's jump back here to the character classes, and which one strikes you, Phil, as the best heroic path?
Okay. Well, let me just use mine to scroll around.
Lots of inclinations too. There's lots there. Security enforcer? Is that what you were kind of thinking, Max, when you were doing this up?
Well, I was thinking about that. This is kind of like the equivalent of like would be like the warrior,
right?
And I didn't want to do necessarily like ex-military guy, ex-cop guy, so I wanted to have like something like that was more generic. That yes. You're a guy that use gun and that know how to fight. That's what you are. You're basically a warrior that can that can be in different contexts, right? I call it security enforcer, whatever, right? Just like can come up with a different name, doesn't really matter. But yes, that's kind of what I was thinking because like Phil said he wanted to be an ex-cop and stuff like that, right? And he wanted to be the brownie guy. So
yeah, we kind of talked about concept.
Yeah.
And then we kind of talked about how how we knew each other, how we were womb brothers.
Yeah, that was down here when we got into.
We're not room brother. We grew up in the same orphanage.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I think that our characters kind of evolved after what you wrote there. I think I'm leaning more into the bounty hunter, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense as well.
Because he has like investigation, non-lethal. It sounds more like a cop.
Yeah, and I kind of based this one on a bit on the warden as well, right? That's
yeah
in the core, which is kind of like the ranger, right? and I thought like a bounty hunter would fit the setting a lot. So
Also, we
yeah.
kind of want to do bounty hunting.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
What can you scroll up to pilot? Now I want to add my take to all that crap you guys said. Start.
Yeah,
Like I think that pilot it would be a good boon, you know.
An
But
inclination.
I wonder what you might put here. Maybe like well, maybe like something that also means pilot. Like you could call it a I don't know. Maybe is trader on here already? You junker.
I got junker. But that's the thing, like with the pilot thing.
So you don't really have pilot as a skill for anyone.
No, I have pilot as I put it as an inclination.
It's right down here.
Yeah.
Which
boon to ship maneuver, right?
Okay.
So you could take a different heroic path, and then as one of your 3 inclinations, choose pilot and give yourself a boon to ship maneuvers.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, because I was trying to think about like, what would be good for pilot, right? If we make pilot as a class, and I say, well, it's pretty limited. And then like when you're not in the ship, do you become like less useful? Like, you know, like
maybe you could make an explorer class.
Maybe.
And
maybe it'll be a good one.
Make it like piloting and sensors, and just kind of like much more.
It's still like limited to very very much ship.
Yeah.
Like that. The reason we're talking about the team before you join us, Phil.
But everyone is not in the ship, so you're trying to not have any character classes or paths that have to do with the ship at all.
Well, the engineer is very much to do with this. So with the ship,
well, you could make explorer. You can make pilot the skill relate to land vehicles and space vehicles.
Yeah, that's true. But no, like the reason, like I'll tell you why we're talking about the A team before you join is we're talking about those heroic path, because even if you look in the Wasted World, right, it relies much more on the inclination, and the path that you choose is gonna dictate amongst which group of inclination you can choose. And I think that might be like an interesting thing to consider, like that the heroic path should be like the big archetype of your character, and that's what we're talking about the A team, right? You have like, is it 5 character in the A team? 5? Is there 5 guys? But you know, there's like the muscle, like the brown. There's the face. There's the skill. There's the leader. There's the jack of all trade, right? And you have like those like 5 big categories, and inside of those you can like specialize in different ways. But like, you know, the expert, like that would be like the skill, right? Just like, and I think that's oftentimes like maybe that would be like the part of the heroic path.
Sure.
Excuse me for that.
No problem.
So you're saying the archetypes in the A team are the heroic paths?
They're kind of like a bit, yes. Like I didn't want. That's what I was saying. I didn't want to have like a. Oh, this is a cop. This is a military guy. Like, you know, just like you're just a guy that fight, right? That use weapon and stuff like that. Or just like, if that's what you want to be, you can make it whatever you want in flavor, and you can modify it to inclination as well that you add on top of it. But because if you look in EZD6, the way it's designed, the heroic path, there's not that many, and they're pretty broad, right?
Yeah, but they're very well. All I really know is the fantasy one. They're pretty much the fantasy classes,
and even they're the fantasy class, but they're big fantasy, the big fantasy class, right? They don't go like, they don't have a paladin, for example, right? But you can make a fighter.
They have a knight.
And take a no, they don't have a knight. They have a warrior.
I thought there was like a well-armored dude.
Nope, that's a warrior. So you can take the warrior.
Berserker that has 5 strikes.
The brute. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying,
but you can take like I said, like it's like they don't go like as they don't go so deep as having like a class like a paladin. you can just take like the warrior and add a religious inclination to it, and then all of a sudden you got like this paladin guy, right?
Yeah, sure.
They don't have like the different type of magic user. They have like the magic user, and then you flavor it inside that, right? And I like this approach. They do have like the delver, right, which is very specific, and they have the warden, which would be like the ranger. But I think we should stay at that level and rely more on inclination for like an aspect for like the more specific stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why I kind of say like, maybe pilot is not a full thing that you are.
Yeah, it's like an explorer would be a better one.
Mm-hmm.
An explorer could have like some boon to, yes, maybe piloting and lore or knowledge stuff, like, or like figuring out stuff in new environment, whatever, or survival, maybe.
Yeah,
right. Survival in the I guess, yeah, that could be a good class. Explorer.
I don't know. What would I pick? I guess bounty hunter's pretty close. What were the edges for bounty hunter?
Right.
Damage to.
We got one. We could think of another one if you wanted.
Yeah, we can think of another one, and all those like there. This is all like very like first draft, right? Just like stuff that I just like threw out there. Okay, it would be like just.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, what would be another? What do the edges really do?
Give you boons basically when they apply, or different kind of thing like that.
That's more like abilities, right?
Some of them, like if you look in the core book, right, the warrior got like those edge, like, oh, you can use your shield to block a strike that somebody else, like an ally, would take, right? So they're kind of like outside a bit of the regular mechanic. They're basically like oftentimes the thing that you like the scald. You can use your karma to lower the roll of the GM, right? So they're kind of they're stuff that break the normal rule of the game, basically.
Gotcha.
Or in a lot of case, just give you a boon. I don't know, they're more like less inspire, but
yeah, there's a lot of different ones for sure. Okay. Sometimes
could
there's
have
3.
Yeah, you already have a boon on the investigation.
Yeah.
So doubling down on that, you could have something on making more money when you bring somebody else. Maybe you manage to get paid more, or
yeah,
you could say.
Okay.
We never said we're a space trucker.
We're everything. We're Renaissance spacemen.
Yeah. No, we're just like trying to. We make odd job to try to make ends meet.
We're out here hustling.
Yeah, we're hustler. We're space hustler.
Yeah. Why don't we make him have dual pistols? So you get an extra boon when you're fighting with dual weapons, just basically mirroring the warrior ability. I don't know if this is already on the top guy that you put, the security guy.
No. What did I put on security guy?
Trigger discipline, which is very similar to the Wasteland Warrior. If you roll you roll of a natural 1 when using a weapon, you only run out of ammo.
I don't know like how, like that's, I put that like that's like a very vague idea because we didn't discuss how we're gonna deal with ammo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that would need to be adapted, but just an idea, like something about like making ones on when you shoot gun less bad, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Not
Could be
sure.
something about like knowing people too, like you bounty hunter, like being able to
Sure.
make contact, right? Just like,
Yeah.
or you have a network of bounty hunter that help each other.
Mhm.
If you're like recognized as one, right? You get your in. They won't talk to anybody, but you know, you're part of the crew. Yes, we help each other out.
Okay.
Would you like that?
No. Why don't you guys pick yours? You can put
Oh,
all that
I'm doing Rascal.
You're gonna do that.
There you go. Big Bad called it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rascal. There it is.
Is the power gamer class?
All right. Strike 3, armor 6. Boon, stealth, and armor miraculous save. All right. And trick as a free action once per year, avoid a non-critical strike. Once per turn or once per scene?
I think it's like I thought it was pretty strong not to, but I think it's once, because I think in the core it is once per turn. If I remember,
okay.
like it's pretty strong,
Yes.
and I'm okay with making it one per scene, to be honest, because I like
let's-
Big Bad said is the power gamer thing.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of true. I think it's a bit OP. Like Rick was playing the Rascal.
Yes.
I mean, you just have to get ganged up on and you're fucked.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. Because you don't have
As it
you
should
don't
be.
really have armor. Yeah.
And you don't have armor, yeah.
So
But he does have boon on armors or miraculous save and armor saves. Boon, stealth, and armor miraculous save.
6 on 2 dice is okay.
Yeah.
6 on what?
2 chances at a 6.
Yes.
Okay.
You checking the
For a second.
As a free action, once per turn, you can avoid a single melee. Yeah, once per turn, you can avoid a single melee strike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we just copied that verbatim, it would be once per turn avoid a.
But you cannot
melee
you cannot avoid attack that that scored a 6.
Yeah.
So that's the caveat. If somebody rolls a 6, you're as well.
I think I really want to play this engineer class, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think that kind of makes just as much sense as being in
So Max and I were talking about this. I think this is a case where you'd have to choose. Like all 3 of them combined seems a little powerful.
Are they?
Maybe not.
They're all like ship thing, right? So yes, when you're in a ship,
you know what? That's right. That's true.
They're very like circumstantial.
Yeah. That's true.
So I was thinking that maybe you kind of get in trouble, and then I'm really good with ships, and you have maybe a get rich quick scheme or something, or like if we just team up together, then we'll be the best damn pair or whatever's.
That sounds great. So we've got a rascal and an engineer. So now,
if you want to keep your character concept, like you have inclination, so you can always
exactly.
Like maybe you used to be a mechanic, and then you became a cop, but you still have like your background, so
Well, I'm not changing my mind because I want to keep my guy. I'm changing it because I want to change my guy.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. But like I said, I just wanted to say, like we don't have necessarily to
I could still be a badass.
Make the decision right now. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Fuck. Just like the idea of having like a guy that's keeping our bucket of bolts together while you're out there hustling.
Yeah,
seems like a good dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I made the class too interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, like you said, I'm pretty much not useful outside the ship. until I pick my inclinations, of course.
And you get 3 of those. So
Okay. Well, what do you go first, Max? You know these better than I do.
Sorry, I'm a bit. I'm having like some technical problem on my side.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why my fucking notepad software refused to cooperate with me.
oh no.
It's doing like some fucking stupid shit. It's insane. It's fucking infuriating.
Kind of like the
Okay.
idea of taking Brawler.
Okay. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Boone to melee.
Yeah. He's a real blue collar tough guy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to make some notes here. So Phil is the engineer path. Brawler inclination. 2 more.
Boon against fear or mental attacks. Good.
What?
I was saying, I noticed you put the boon to
Oh yeah.
Iron Will boon.
Yeah.
We were talking about.
Okay. All right.
Who's the
Okay, man.
rascal?
I'll try to.
Okay.
I know what inclination I want.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes, I want the victory in defeat. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Victory in
so good.
Of course.
Let me scroll to that. I wanted the sticky finger.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sticky finger.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna take Deal Finder.
Deal finder. Nice.
And it's like I could take Hacker.
Could take pilot.
Yeah, it worked with an engineer.
Should I just take Pilot? What do I have? Do I just have ship maneuvers or no? No, I don't. Okay. So I'm saying, like, I'm in the back. Can you take Pilot? Do you feel like taking Pilot?
I didn't feel like taking it, but I could.
Yeah.
I thought part of the concept that we were both not great at it.
Yeah, that's fair. We can still
that
do
works.
that.
You're still looking for a pilot. That's okay.
Yeah, that is okay. All right, so
Yeah.
What did I just do? Okay.
I think I just want to take Tough Bastard. Just
Yeah.
sounds right.
Okay.
So when you're about
Deal
to take
finder and tough bastard. Okay. All right. And then Max has 2 more.
Yes. I wanted to take.
Oh, I should show it for the people. So deal finder.
Dirty trick. I wanted to take dirty trick.
Dirty
Because that's
trick.
it. Yeah.
Where is dirty trick?
I don't see it.
It's in D.
Is it?
Where?
Yes. On just under deal finder.
Oh, I must have a different version of yours.
Oh,
You're right. You're right. You don't have the like. That's one I added like later on. I'll put it in the private
Oh,
chat.
sure.
Your
That
power,
sounds like a dirty trick there, Max.
your
that you're
power
doing.
gamer edit,
Yes,
Dirty trick.
exactly.
power gaming edition.
Dirty trick kind of works with what your concept was for sure.
Yes,
Just see.
you can copy it in the document if you want. I put it in
Sure,
the private chat
Yeah, I'll put it in.
so people in the stream can see it.
Oh, okay, that's good. I like that. That's a good one.
Though bastard.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me fix that. There it is. There you go.
I almost took that polyglot. That would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw that. It was fun.
It'd be kind of cool to be a deal finder with polyglot. In fact, changing it up.
You're
I'm
gonna do.
I'm
deal
taking out tough bastard.
Okay.
I'm a
So now you're gonna go make up language again.
Yeah.
Polyglot. Got it. I've made the change. Now I'm gonna put in dirty tricks.
So you're basically gonna be like a Naruk in space.
All right.
Pretty much Maruk in space. In space. Nah, he's cool.
Yeah, I think I missed some S in successful.
Yeah. There you go. You can impose a bane on.
For my third one, like
Nice.
there's a like I want like luck picking could be interesting with this character,
Sure.
but also slippery.
Ooh, slippery.
And somebody said I should take pilot, but I think
Oh, you can leave that open for the next player.
Yeah. We need a crack pilot.
Ace. Okay. Slippery. What was it, Max? It was going to be slippery or lockpick?
luck picking.
Lockpicking. Okay.
Or maybe just swift attack, just to
Ooh.
It's another sweep.
It's another swift attack. Here we go. Right here.
Yeah.
Sweep or swift attacks.
Like I don't know why, but I'm seeing that we're gonna get in a little fist fight.
You think so? Oh.
Yes. I'm like Phil took brawler as well, and I assume like not every fucking planet is gonna be America where we can walk around with a gun, right?
True. Of course, it is a space western.
Neither of us can shoot a gun. So
That's right. Neither of you have boons for ranged.
Well, we can still
attack.
shoot. We don't
You
have
can
like
still shoot.
boot,
We
right?
just don't have a boon.
it's true. I don't actually know if there is. Oh, marksman.
Yes. Or maybe I should take that. You want to take that? Would my guy be good with guns? Or is it just like
Do you get a boon on your sweep?
no?
No boon.
No, I don't get a boom on my sweep. Nah, I think I'm. What do you think? Do I double down on, like the martial kind of like? There's three things. Like I can decide to be also good with gun. I can double down on the kind of like TV stuff.
Mhm.
Or I can already have like a boon on stealth action from being a rascal.
I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know what type of character you're playing.
That's what I'm defining right now.
You should base it on your concept.
Yeah. It's basically a ninja.
He's a
Well, that
ninja.
means he's probably sneaky.
He's already sneaky. He's
Jerry
a
takes
rascal. His
I'm already
heroic
sneaky and like hard to it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take sweep.
Okay.
Swift attack in that case, right? Because it's not like I don't have like a big weapon, so it's just like, I'm basically a
Okay.
kung fu guy.
You sweep with your leg.
That's true. But it's the same thing anyway. So you can either sweep or swift.
Nice.
So I'm doing.
All right, excellent. The next one. So after you've got your inclinations, both of you locked in on your inclinations, final answer. Next up is your aspect. Now, we haven't really talked about this. The aspect is the part of the character creation that I personally find the most difficult.
Yes.
Because it's meant to be your, how would you call it, Max? It's kind of your background, I guess. Let me see if I can.
There are stuff that make your character like a little more unique, right?
Yeah.
That make your character who he is.
Here's some. I'm going to share this. I'll stop sharing this. I'm going to share something else. Let me see. There's a window. I'm going to share this. So share this here. So you can see here are some aspects. I'm going to make this a little bigger. It's a little easier to see. There we go. So you've got a few different ones. Now, obviously, this is geared more towards a survivalist game, this setting,
Yes.
Wasted World, but it gives you an idea of the aspects, what the aspects are, and in this case, just as in our game, we're going to have two aspects. So if you want, we can roll on this, but I would suggest that you pick two that fit with what you want. And I think a lot of these will have good crossover to our space western setting.
Oh yeah, like and this yeah, and those, like, if you look in the core, the way that they do the in the core, you don't have like a list of aspect.
No,
but you have like you have some example.
That's right.
And they're a little more like sentence than just like, oh, art drinker, right? Oh, great singing voice. I guess they are. Yeah. No, they're about the same. A lover of some renown, fast on your feet, a collector of trinkets.
So do we pick the column and then roll the 20? Is that the move? Or
You
do we
can
D3,
if you want.
D20?
Or you pick two, or you roll for two, depending on what you want.
I'll definitely roll one.
Okay. Shall we roll to see which column to go with?
Yeah, I'll roll the column too.
Okay, roll the column, and then after you've done that, roll and see what it is.
See if this is working.
I hope it's a hugger. I hope that's what it is. He's a hugger. That's what I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that's what it is.
I really don't want to be a hugger.
All
right, I'm going to re-roll the 4.
Okay.
It's column 3.
Yeah.
And number 18, clear-headed.
Almost got so hugger. Close to hugger. I wanted the hugger so bad. Clear-headed. Okay, clear-headed. So that's one of your aspects. Clear-headed.
I'm always clear-headed. I'm gonna roll the other one. Or should I just pick hugger?
He's a clear-headed hugger.
2 and tidy. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, that works.
Yeah, I keep a clean ship, and then freaking Max is the. It's a real perfect
clearly if it's messy here
or odd couple situation. You know?
I like it. It's good. I like
you better wear like a white apron.
Yeah.
He's the cleanest looking engineer you've seen. Just spotless.
I want Max to be the one that cooks, and then I'm always like, I just don't have time.
Did you wash your hands this time?
Did you wash your hands?
And I cook like crazy stuff, right? Like
sure.
Sure.
Always experimenting with new recipes.
Yes, that's right.
And so how can you fucking eat that?
Thank you, Richard Grisella.
All right. Just putting it out there. If you ever want to play Palladium Heroes Unlimited.
I love Heroes Unlimited.
Some people want to play that.
you're right up there.
I like supers as a theme.
I love it.
Right.
I'm having a great time with
So
it.
column number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but Max
All right, column number 3. Okay, here we go. Yeah, thanks for your comment, Richard. Appreciate
If you're not a hard Renaissance theme,
Okay,
Sucker
here.
for sub story.
sucker for
Sucker
soft
for
story.
sob story.
I love that.
Yeah,
What do you
that works.
benefit
That
out of
works. That
How's that a
absolutely
benefit?
works. Sucker
I don't know.
for
How do you turn
sob.
that into a boon?
Well, he could be a good
That
storyteller.
really seemed like more like a detriment than anything else, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting for roleplay because, like,
It's role playable. Yeah.
always gonna try
Certainly
to
that.
help the pretty face, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one like bringing like
Yeah.
like
The
fucking
con,
lost dog,
man. Yeah.
the lost dog, right? Just like
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
help her.
He's the patron saint of lost causes.
Are you sure
Absolutely.
this one isn't a con man, Max? You'd be like, I'm sure this one for real.
This one's for real.
Okay.
His mother actually needs
And
that operation.
Column 2.
Like for real.
Pew.
11.
Light sleeper.
Just reroll it. I know you hate it.
Yeah, that's kind of boring.
It's boring. Let's do a different one.
All right, I reroll the column as well. Do I reroll the column as well? Too late. I did. Oh, it's
Of
column
course
2
you
again.
reroll the column again.
Column 2. Here we go.
Got the same column anyway.
14.
Psychologist.
Interesting.
Is
And a sucker
A
for the soft.
psychologist with a sucker for
No,
the.
it's not interesting. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Are you on the? Are you
Nah.
going on, Are you going down the re-roll slippery slope right now?
I think
No, I'm
you
just
pick
gonna.
it.
I'm just gonna pick.
Yeah,
Cool
just
cat.
pick. Cool cat.
Cool
Nice.
cat or can keep a secret. Or optimist.
I feel like you already have like a shitty sucker for a sob story. You shouldn't pick can't keep a secret.
No.
Those are like
You know
both
it.
kind of shitty.
They both
Cool
kind
cat
of
is
work
nice.
together.
I like cool cat.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool cat's good.
All right. So we've got 3 inclinations. We've got 2 aspects. We've got our heroic paths.
Well, that was
Did
easy.
you had a chance to write it all down? You've got your characters ready?
Yes.
All right. Now the next thing we need to do before we no re-roll someone in the watch picks. Yes, that's what we should have done.
Someone in the watch. Oh,
I love Big
that'd
Cat.
be interesting. But maybe or maybe not.
You're so funny.
Someone on the wall. Is that what we're saying?
Someone on the wall. Yeah.
Oh.
Someone dressed in black. Oh wait, that's me.
Okay, so we can't quite start because in this setting, of course, the ship is one of the characters, and we don't have
Oh wait,
that.
there's one more thing
yet.
with character that we need.
Oh,
Gear.
I'm sorry. Yes, gear.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
of course.
Of
Let's
course.
unshare this.
No.
What kind of gear should we be starting you with?
Not much.
I like poverty. Poverty's good. Makes
But it's
you
also
good.
like we have what we have on us, right? Like
Exactly. So what would that be?
everything that's mundane and that we could reasonably have on the ship, right? You know, like fucking cooking equipment, like and stuff like that. We don't count that. You know, we have a
I got a
stuff culture.
I got a couple extra pairs of coveralls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm not worried about
I
that.
have a really large wrench,
Okay.
just so we're clear.
Large wrench.
Nice set
Large.
of
We'll call it a
tools.
spanner. Large spanner.
Love that.
Okay. Like a multi-use spanner, but it's really just heavy and perfect for like braining people.
Yeah. I don't really want anything else.
Do you have a
I
gun?
would say like a set of tools.
Tools. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tools, yeah.
You got your favorite calipers. You're an engineer and you're tidy and clear-headed.
Yeah. I want to have I want to have carte blanche on like basic tools.
Okay. So I'm just going to put tools.
Yeah.
Hand tools.
I want to be able to weld a thing.
So like soldering irons and
Yeah.
those kind of things. Okay.
Anything you need for basic repair on a ship.
Sure.
So you'd have to have a welding torch and a soldering iron.
Okay.
Do we have a hazmat? Do we have spacesuits?
We probably have
we gotta
on
have
the ship,
spacesuits.
Yeah,
Let's
we have
say
space.
Let's say we have one and we have one with a hole in it.
Oh yeah, okay.
We'll say call it a used patched.
One that needs repair, but you can just fucking fix it.
If we have to count on it, we're probably gonna die. But
you probably like slow down the dying, right? Still, because
probably slow down. Yeah.
probably
If you hold, you have to hold
Anything
it right
else?
here.
Any other belongings of particular note? Mementos? Anything like that?
Mementos. I had a Bonnie Lass back home.
Okay.
Yeah. But she left me with my boy. With my boy.
You know what? That is a sob story. I know someone who's got a suck. He's kind of a sucker for those.
yeah,
I never told Max about it.
Oh, you've
Nope.
never even told?
Never even told him.
Never even told him about.
He came up
her
to
name.
me. He came up to me after we got separated, and I was like, yeah, I do need a fresh start.
Hildegard broke your heart.
Oh, so we will need to rediscuss how we met then, because like, are we still like grew up as
Who's on
orphans
the side?
together?
Yes,
Sure,
but this
yeah.
is someone that he
But
had
I'm
in
not
his
a
back
cop
pocket.
now.
You're not a cop, but are you still like a?
She was a cop.
I worked at a hangar.
She was a cop.
No, she was in the hangar.
No, we're just
he
normal.
was a no, because I was thinking like, was she the one that was the cop that got killed because
Wait
she
a
was
second. Whose wife are you calling a hanger?
No.
Everyone can just
not that kind of hangar. The hangar for the ships.
What happened to her?
Basically,
you split up.
I'm a shitbag. I got drunk.
You're tidy and clear-headed.
When he's sober.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm clear-headed and
tidy. You're so fastidious that she's like, just relax. Like, why did you have to stop cleaning everything? You're the high maintenance one.
Yeah. Damn, I wanted to be a drinker.
Just change it.
Can I change it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's change the tidy.
What's it going to be?
Hard drinker.
Alcoholic.
Hard drinker it is. Okay. Clear-headed hard drinker. How does that work exactly?
It works. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It'll work.
But that's the thing.
I'm a very functional alcoholic.
Yeah, or just the only moment he can like relax a bit.
Yeah,
sure.
When he drinking because he's always like super focused, but he drink to be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, I've made the change. The ship is now messy. Lots of empty bottles all over the place.
I like the tidy thing.
I do too.
But I like the alcoholic thing. What do I do, Max? Which one's better? Should we pull the chat?
Pull the chat.
I like the alcoholic better. But
I don't know. I like the tidy.
It gives me a divorcee wife better.
Because it'd be like if we get like a third character that'd be the tidy one. That'd be interesting.
Sure.
Like you get the pilot that is tidy and
tidy. I'm going back to tidy.
You're going back to tidy.
Follow my heart. Oh, my heart.
So what? How did you lose your wife?
You're right, Big Bad.
You just split or she died?
No, she didn't die.
She didn't die.
She's dead to me. Big sob story.
Maybe she's just like kind of a bitch.
We'll find out when we play.
And like
it'll just happen.
She's kind of a bitch because I'm like one of those obsessed with their work people,
Oh yeah, sure.
Are you still married to her?
Yeah,
you're not officially.
I'm from the frontier. We don't have. It's all very unofficial.
I agree, Delia. It definitely doesn't fit. I like the tidy. Go with first.
Let's go with tidy and clear-headed.
Love it.
So
all the rest will happen in play.
She wanted to something that maybe follows me around is that I never take chances.
Oh, he's risk averse.
I'm risk averse, and then just inventing new ones, but whatever. It's a personality trait. So that's why I jumped in with Max, because she says that I'm not exciting.
Whereas Max
wanted
is
some
cool.
excitement. She wanted some excitement.
Max is the cool one. Why can't you be more like Max? You're so boring.
Yeah, I'm a cool cat.
He has a monster hog.
He does.
Yeah.
He wears a
always
lot of
wear
leather.
like those linen pen that are kind of loose, right? So like
hey, can you strap that thing down? when you're in my house.
I wear like loose linen pen
Yeah.
that give me a lot of mobility, and
He's got a killer mullet.
sleeveless
super
shirt
nice.
and sport jacket.
He never wears sleeves.
Never wears
Yeah.
sleeves.
Well-
Never wears socks.
I wear a sport jacket on top of the
Yeah.
never wear socks.
He never wears socks. He always
And
has
very
white
light
shoes.
Yeah.
I'm always got like full wool socks on. I got my boots. I'm wearing
You got
coveralls.
overalls, man. You got
Yeah.
overalls and what is that? PPE, personal
Yeah.
Basically, like,
protective equipment.
I'm
Like the way I
I'm throwing my
dress, you
boots
can
up.
imagine like Jean-Claude Van Damme dressing like that.
Yeah.
So whereas Phil is the guy with the
Oh
hard
wait,
hat with
I'm
no
tidy.
stickers
I'm
on it.
tidy.
There's no stickers on Phil's hard hat. Like he hates
No.
that. It's
Yeah.
all
Like
clean.
he's always an overall, but they're super pristine.
They're
Very-
pristine.
They're
Absolutely.
starched. I starch my
He
overalls.
starts them. He's ironing his boxers every morning.
I have pleats in my overalls.
Yeah, he has pleats in his jeans and
Yeah.
in his overalls. He's
Smart.
nice.
Okay.
No train tracks.
So basically, she wanted more adventure in her life, and I'm kind of like, I'll show you adventure, because she ran off.
Oh,
She
and
ran
then
off
you
with a
kinda
guy
can
that looked a
relax then,
lot
decide,
like Max.
She doesn't want to just live in this mud pit her whole life. Yeah.
Are you hoping to get her back secretly?
Yeah. I'm wanting to prove her wrong.
There you go.
So that's your motivation, but
Of course, I
also
still love her. Of course, I
So
still love
that's
her.
your motivation, and you didn't tell me that the whole story, right? You've been very secretive about it.
That's
Do
right.
we still need know each other from growing up together in the orphanage?
Yeah. Why
And
wouldn't we know each other?
I don't know. You're changing your character or
Changing my character entirely. Yeah.
entirely. Yeah. We have this whole motivation of how like we end up like doing this kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
With
because
the
we were going to end up being on the
job
run from a
corruption.
criminal enterprise. I
Yeah.
don't hate you still being on the run.
Should have been a hugger.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm still the criminal type, right? I still like I was in this gang and stuff like that.
I should have hugged more, but I get grossed out by physical contact.
Yeah,
Oh.
totally. Like
So you
cleanest
try
fingernails
some
of any
time, but
engineer.
they're very like rigid and a bit far. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Ew, genitals, yuck. That's what I say. I say that a lot.
I'm
Yuck.
gonna go have a
And,
shower.
so yeah, I was like a low level thug
Yep.
in a criminal gang.
Yeah.
And I got in trouble, and I wanted to live that life, kind of. And I need to an escape. And is the ship still stolen?
I thought we had decided.
I
that-
think that you have the ship, and you tell me I got a ship, and I don't know how you got the ship.
So the ship is mine? Is mine?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And I just needed somebody to help me
Like
run it.
you like come up and you're like partners 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to you before. I say, yeah, I'll get a ship. Don't worry about it. And then I went to secure the ship. And
Yeah,
said,
it's kind. I know you've never seen Breaking Bad, but it's kind of like how they
I've seen
find a
Breaking Bad.
Winnebago. Oh, you have seen it.
yeah, yeah, more than once.
Okay, I thought it was one of those shows you hated.
No, it's one of my favorite show actually.
Okay, Better
Yeah.
Call Saul. See that?
Alcina didn't like it.
That's what I was thinking of.
I'm very peculiar.
It's actually better than Breaking Bad, but go for it.
Some people say that.
Okay, but we need your equipment. We've already got Phil's
Basic.
equipment.
Yeah.
He has a large spanner, a complete collection, including the number 10 socket of all of the hand tools that you can imagine, plus
Yeah.
a pristine, looks like it's just right out of the box.
I feel like
welding
you
torch.
need a roll to find your number 10 socket.
Not him, everyone else.
It's right
Everyone.
here. I have a boon for that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because your box is very organized.
It's
Yeah.
super organized. You open up his toolbox and it's just
When I take the box off the wall, there's like an outline of where the box goes.
yes.
Yeah.
Every tool is in its own foam cutout. so that it's all there. So if something's missing, you already have an outline of exactly what's missing.
my Warhammer miniatures has
Yes.
like a
Just like
Smart.
that,
Like
except
that.
for like wrenches and stuff.
yeah.
And then you also have for some reason, a very used patched spacesuit, which probably gives you the ick every time you have
I
to
would
put
say
it
that's
on.
part of the shit box that is the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a short-term goal, a spacesuit that doesn't kill you.
Basically,
That's
a lot of the gear in the ship has been inherited by
Right.
Max, as he has stolen it from a previous owner.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So speaking of Max and his equipment as a low-level thug,
Yeah.
on the run. No,
I don't have much. I have my clothes, obviously, right?
and they're cool clothes.
They're cool. Like I said, like stuff that you would see like Jean-Claude Van Damme wear, right?
Yeah.
Just like
Oh yeah.
kind of like athletic pants, like in
The
linen.
muscles from Brussels, baby.
Be like this.
Yeah, I'm very skinny though. I don't have like the muscularity of a Van Damme.
He's got the jeans with the pleats, baby. That's muscles
No,
from
because,
Brussels.
it's all like stuff that give me like mobility, right?
Oh
It
yes,
doesn't
of course.
hinder the movement. Yeah.
You have to do the most epic of splits.
Yeah. And
that's true.
He's always doing those in the living room. And
Like
my
splits.
wife's
He's
like, "Would you like to stay for dinner?" And I'm like, "Babe, he's got to."
I know, but like I spend a lot of
places to
time.
be.
Like I spend a lot of time like just in my pants, shirtless, like training in
course.
the ship, like because like I
Nice.
train my
so cool.
my fighting
Yeah.
move.
It's
just
basically
cool.
every time it's
My
his
karate
turn,
move.
there is a montage happening.
Yes, exactly. He's just one long training montage. Oh man.
And
I'll
I
have to
got
get some.
some lock picking tool.
Okay, lock picking
Wait,
tools.
did I take lock pick?
You did not. You took sticky fingers, dirty tricks, and
Oh.
swift attack.
I guess I can still have some, but like
You could have some
A lot of
larceny,
Lock
something.
picks are, I mean, electronic locks are probably going to be more common.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a hacker, so I cannot break into those
No.
kind of
That's what I'm
places.
saying. I'm just kind of pointing out the.
People still
You
use
really
like
need a-
padlock.
Oh yeah,
But do you
for
really
sure
need a
they do.
boon for this? Or, I
On
don't
the
even know.
frontier, not every
Oh, yeah.
lock has a
No,
power
like,
supply.
I can still like I don't have a boon for it. I can still like I'm probably not
Oh,
the
it's just
best at it.
2+. It's a 2+.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you take the thing, like you basically can always do that unless you roll a 1. So now like it'd be like normal difficulty.
Yeah.
Right? Depending on the luck.
Yeah, that's all right.
What else I have? I have a gun. I have a pistol.
There's a gun.
Just use
Of course he
karma.
does.
What?
Guns.
Yeah.
Just use karma on the occasional mechanical lock that pops up.
Yeah, got to put my karma up.
Your gun, it's like a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 10mm pistol or some shit like that.
Sure. 10mm. Because he's cool. And he's got wrist strength. Unlike all those
3 karma
feds that took 10mm and then had to give them back because they were too hot. You had to go back to 9mm.
It's 3 strikes and 3 karma, right? To start out.
Yes.
Yes, sir. 1 heroic dice, 3 karma, 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah. And
do you have any loaded dice? Or
Daryl had a good suggestion. Daryl said, "Hey, what about a deck of cards?"
Yeah.
Nah.
Trick.
That's
that
not
kind of guy.
cool enough.
Do you have any kind of like hustle props?
No, I'm not a hustler.
He's got a blackjack.
That's right. You're a ninja. I forgot. Do you have any
He's a
ninja
ninja.
stars?
No, I was
Sticky
thinking about
finger.
having a knife, but maybe I just have like a knuckle duster or some shit like that.
Knuckle dusters. He's got brass knuckles.
What is it? Yeah, is that what I have? Or do you have like a collapsible button or some shit like that?
Like a
Yeah, that's what I
holdout.
was thinking. Like a blackjack, right? Which is just like a sap.
Well, yeah.
I like a good holdout blaster. But that's just me.
A what?
Holdout pistol, like
Well, his little 10mm will be snub nose. It'll be like
stuff it in.
No, it's a regular gun, but I don't always carry it with me. Like it's usually like still in the ship,
Yeah.
right? Only like when you need it.
In America, you can have more than one gun.
Get
but
out of
that-
here.
You don't even have
Dropping it in
one.
now.
I know we're in space America, but
You should have something like a shotgun or some shit, motherfucker.
Yeah,
sure.
why don't you have a big? But you know what?
Yeah.
You need a. No, he doesn't need it. He's got a spanner
Yeah.
The wife
and
hygiene.
hygiene.
The wife took all the guns with her.
He took the guns. She's a wife now. I thought it was a girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I just have a
It
pocket knife.
was the mother of my child.
Oh, he's got a
have-
kid now
I
too.
have a
This is just
boy.
good. We gotta hold on, Phil. Just slow down with.
All right, there you go. I got like a small knife, but it's not like
Small
fighting
knife?
knife. It's just like a small
Oh,
knife.
A utility knife. Okay.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah, something like
knife.
something like that, right?
Okay.
Little ninja throwing knife you got there?
No,
Any?
it's just a little utility knife.
Okay. But it's just the tang.
It's because it's easy to carry. It's my everyday. It's my EDC knife.
This is
Nice.
EDC, everyday carry knife. In
Yeah.
case I have to open a box.
That's why I
Officer.
could produce it
Thank
so
you.
fast.
I would like to have a large, like, backpack. I don't want that to be. I don't know if that has to be said.
What? A large which?
No.
Backpack.
Backpack? Of course.
Stuff to carry stuff.
Backpack.
Oh yeah, and I have cigarettes
my
because I'm one of the motherfucker that still smoke.
Oh, he's one of the few,
Disgusting.
but he's cool,
He
man.
leaves the ash all over the place too.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
drives-
exactly
drives Phil
why I
crazy.
decided to be a smoker.
If I see
Just
any of
for
these
you.
fucking butts in my
And I think that's it.
All right, that's awesome. Write it all down. Get it on your character sheets, of course. All right. Anything else? We've got the equipment. We need
What do
to.
we do with gun and ammo and stuff like that? Do we need to talk about that? I think we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't want to track ammo.
No. Not usually. It's a 10
Okay,
millimeter
that's what-
futuristic pistol.
That's what ones are for.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have
what
a
ones are for.
Ones are for
So-
running out of money
And ammo.
and
On
ammo.
ammo. So if you run
Especially ammo.
you run out of ammo, you can have like other magazine on you. So that's kind of like you're gonna have of strike.
Sure. So you have 3 magazines. That's kind of standard.
Oh, interesting.
Including the one in, yeah.
Yeah. So 1 in the gun, 2 extras.
Yeah, all right.
And
That's
then
it.
ammo on the ship to reload.
Yeah.
That's easy.
So
enough.
is that so the system has
No, just
action and free action? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but free action or like they're I would say that reloading is probably not a free action.
Reloading? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you get. I think you only get one free action.
You get one free
It's
action
like
per
2
turn.
types of action. It's like action, bonus action. in fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the free action, they're like very, very small.
Yeah.
It's like docking and
Is
you
it
have like
moving?
no moving is something in itself, no?
Is it?
Movement.
Let me look.
Let's
Oh,
look.
fucking move.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't have system mastery yet, guys. I'm letting you down.
Oh, well, if I had system mastery, I wouldn't have to look.
That was my sideways way of saying that.
Run action. Attack a
Who's
target.
running this
cast a
game?
spell, use a scroll. Okay. Action. Like that's in core, right? Attack a target, cast a spell, use a scroll,
Yeah.
disarm a trap, pick up a drop weapon,
Yeah.
run, which is move further.
Yes.
So you can move and then you can do an action.
I mean, pick
And if
up a
you
drop
run-
weapon. That's about as good as reloading.
Arm a shield.
Especially if you're
that's
John
one
Wick.
action.
You go,
You know
Any
what?
other
Speak.
action?
The free actions are pretty small.
Except take a potion, which I don't think should be a free action.
I don't either, but
Sheet a weapon shouldn't be as well. Like draw one, yes. But the reason I'm okay with putting the reloading the gun in the not as a free action is that basically then you have to you take cover and you reload your gun, right?
I think
So-
that you can have reload or you can have out of ammo or jam. And then you can say the jam takes the action and the reload takes the bonus action.
Or do you know which one you got?
Crispy let you know.
I'll let you know, I guess. It in a futurist, unless the ammunition was questionable, you shouldn't have that many. But you never know. It could. Maybe it's
Yeah,
bad ammo.
Or we
to
could
be
just
honest,
always take
just
an
for
extra
simplicity,
boost.
I would do away with the jam.
Yeah, you just go.
But I would say if you just because the one should be a little more punishing, I would say then reloading, take your next action.
Yeah.
And also clearing a jam doesn't take longer than reloading.
No, you just
You
grab
just,
the
like,
slide
counteract-
for most, unless it's a
unless
what is
you're
it, a
very
squib,
something
like
bad,
a
but
squib fire or something. Like it's a.
yeah.
It does have. I've had malfunctions before, but it's not that common. Unless
Yeah.
he doesn't maintain his weapon, and then it's common.
And I only have like
I
know
promise
what?
you, my weapons are maintained.
Yes.
I don't own any.
maybe I'll have you maintain mine as well.
Yeah, he's risking the shot. Exactly.
But I
A 10
probably
millimeter.
I only have one extra magazine.
Oh, okay. All right. Just gonna
Yeah,
limit
so-
it to just one extra. Okay.
Yes, because I'm not carrying a bunch of shit around, right?
We're poor.
That's not cool. No.
No, it's
that
just
inf-
because like I'm overconfident a bit, right?
We're
Yeah.
all poor. We're all poor.
Okay.
I like the idea of you even finding the gun on the ship. You're just like, hey, look.
No, I had it. It's a gun I
Yeah.
had when I was working as a thug, but I just don't carry it with me everywhere.
That's right.
Fair enough.
I'm not like in the habit of carrying the gun.
All right. We have to decide on your ship.
Yeah, let's do the sheep now.
The sheep. This ship is not the pinnacle of engineering.
Nope.
It's going to be something that's temperamental.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at one time. Well, we had discussed this. The ship
Yeah, it's a
was
classic.
a classic, retrofitted to be a blockade runner, like it was being used to smuggle, right? It was a smuggler ship.
Dude, what if this is just a bit of a character dynamic? Because that's all I care about. What if you think it's a piece of shit, and then you're like, so this is what I brought, and you're like kind of nervous when you show it to me. And I'm like, whoa, it's a CX300.
Yeah.
Like super impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Like because what I was thinking.
And then you're like, yeah, oh yeah, it's great.
What I was thinking is like the ship is probably like something that like sought after by collectors.
Yeah,
But this one is in a sorry state, right?
yeah, for sure.
For now.
I'll start polishing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about the little circles.
Why is the ship in poor condition?
Because it was like
Thanks, Daryl. Yeah.
ship I stole from the mob, but like it's kind of a ship that wasn't used really. It was kind of like left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna
Kinda
say
forgotten
maybe you
about.
stole it out of a junkyard or something.
So because it was sought after by collectors, some mobster is like, yeah, I'm going to get me one of them. But then he didn't ever do anything with it and just forgot about it. He's just gathering cobwebs somewhere.
Or like we discussed that the ship was used for smuggling operation, right? That's why like he got this jump drive that had been cobbled to. Are we sticking with that?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
So it's a model of ship that's not supposed to have a jump drive, but
Yeah.
this one has been retrofitted with one. But now the gangster got like better ship for that, so like it's kind of like didn't use this one much anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just like in the
Draws too much
so-
attention. Those annoying collectors, they wear New Balance shoes and they're always there like, this one was built in this yard at
They all
this
drink.
time.
They all drink Pabst Blue Ribbon.
And they'll be like, no. And then they all tuck their shirts into their jeans and
Smart.
have little fanny bags, and they all wear hats with the emblem of the ship on it, even though they don't have the ship.
Yeah.
What was that? A shitbox hat? Yeah.
And yeah, maybe I did steal this
Sweet
ship
New
thinking
Balance
that
shoes, bro.
because I didn't realize it was like kind of a collectible ship, right? So I just thought like, oh, this old piece of shit, they don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna steal that one because it won't. Maybe they probably not even gonna notice, right? Maybe they did,
Yeah.
maybe they didn't.
Yeah, or they won't notice right away.
Yeah.
What?
Space
What?
roadie. Tucking your shirt into your jeans is just good manners. Crack kills. Yes. Phil's character would be 100% tucking in his pressed shirt into his pressed jeans that have a crease down the front and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna put pants on, might as well do it right.
Love it.
It's probably
Okay.
gonna be like there's probably been like one circumstance when you like iron and starch my fucking linen pen, and I was like,
So
that
the ship
again.
has a the ship has
Have
one.
creases
Yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely. So good.
You look like a cell shaded character.
So extra the ship itself was unarmed. We had decided.
Yeah.
Unarmed, but it has a extra fuel capacity, or it has something that
No, you got the jump drive.
it has the extra fuel capacity for the jump drive.
Well, you got an
needs a
AM2 fuel
separate
tank.
Yeah, it needs a
Yeah.
separate containment
Separate tank.
because
Because
you need
thorium-
containment for AM3.
Yes, you do.
It's a thorium 178 ship,
Yeah.
but because they got like the jump drive,
probably
and jump
right
drive
next to
only
that.
run with AM3. What?
So I should probably remember thorium 178.
Thorium 178 is kind of the common. Think of that as like
I don't
regular gas.
Well, now the new ship like run on thorium 198,
Yeah, which is like
which costs more. It's supposed to be more efficient. But
it's like premium.
If I put
Whereas
thorium,
thorium
178
178 is like leaded gas. Oh no, because leaded gas is always better than it. It's like thorium 178 is like diesel, and 198 is like high
or it's
octane.
like a lower. Yeah, it's exactly. It's like the lower. But my car used the. I put like premium in my car, right?
Yeah, I do too.
Because my car is designed to run on premium.
Yeah,
And if I put like lower gas, I got like less mileage by the gallon.
yeah, and
So
it'll
it ended up
knock
costing me
eventually.
more.
I know. I
Yeah.
have the same issue.
I like some people did the test, and like with those model of car, it costs you less with running on premium.
Yeah, it does because you get better mileage. Yeah,
If I put thorium 198 in this beast,
you're gonna have problems.
we're gonna be flying a fireball around.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna overheat. Yeah.
We really got to flush these engines.
Yeah, the engines are. They got too many
It
hours
really needs
on
a
them.
complete overhaul.
It needs an overhaul. Absolutely.
So is somebody taking note on that? On
I
that ship?
am. Yeah,
You are? Okay.
I'm making. But we have to.
Haven't really said anything yet.
No.
Yeah, we said that. Okay, the ship has no gun. We
has no
gave a
gun.
bit of on the identity of the ship.
It has a jump drive, which is
Yeah,
an
the
extra
jump drive.
with a separate tank for the
The-
jump fuel.
Yeah.
It's in poor condition, being
Yeah.
neglected, but collectors would like the ship if it was in good condition. So it's actually a solid. The bones of it are solid, but it's been neglected.
Probably
No,
stolen from a dangerous individual.
Or yeah, because it's a collector, maybe there's
Some bad
Yeah.
feelings about it.
Well, I don't know how they feel about it.
Yeah.
I would say it has decent scanners because it was used as a smuggler ship.
Does it have a
little bit.
capacity for a hangar?
Ooh, small.
Is it big enough?
Small.
Has a small hangar?
I would say that it has to have some kind of hangar on it. If you're smuggling, you have to have some place to
Cargo
put
vessel,
stuff.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I was thinking like it's
small.
probably like the spaceship equivalent of like like those 16 feet cube truck, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. The ubiquitous white cube vans, right?
Yeah. It's probably what it is. So you could probably fit like a smaller ship in there, a small one, and
Let's say
it basically take your whole cargo space.
maybe 2 small shuttles.
Two,
Or one,
that much?
one like
Like
more
two, like
serious-
equivalent of a motorcycle, like ship equivalent motorcycle.
Yeah.
but or you could have
Very
like one
different.
like fighter.
Yeah. Like you can load like a small sports car in the. But
That's a
then
good
that takes-
point. So we could use it for land vehicle
Yeah.
Yep.
parking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daryl.
Daryl's got it. Scanners and sensors. We're going to say that they has scanners, but because it's been mothballed for so long, they're a little outdated.
The monitor goes out a lot, and I have to
Yeah.
like slap it, and then it comes back on sometimes. But if you just shut it off and turn it back on again, you get a good 5 minutes.
So you've
Something
seen it.
wrong with the buffer.
I proposed like
problem.
in some mechanic in the for ship, right?
What's up?
I proposed some mechanic in ship.
Yes, I'm just about to load those up. Let me get those. Ship design. I want to pull this up. I'm going to share
Starship
this with
combat.
everybody.
No, ship design. You're right. Yeah.
Ship design right here. All right, folks, here we go. Key elements of the ship. How many power points are available? Yes, the power plant for our ship, the CX300 Model S.
Probably just 2.
2 power points.
Is it pretty much do what we were talking about?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I think 2 was what we thought would be a good starting point.
But we don't have guns too, so.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't really need a lot of power without guns.
Like
should we just have? Do we just have one? So we either put it in shield or put it in thruster.
I like the idea of having 2. It gives more choice, but
you can
I don't
put
mind
2
having
into
one.
one.
One makes it shittier, which is good, right?
Because if you have like having 2, if we had guns, then we still have this. But now we can put one in. It's too easy to put one in each, right?
I like having 2 because you have to put 1 into the jump drive to use it. Maybe we could say that, and you got to spool. Spool.
I said that you have to cut the power to everything else.
Yes.
To use the jump drive.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
That's what it said there. Jump drive.
You see it here?
Yeah.
Jump computer.
It's lower in the. Oh no, it's in the Starship Combat thing. I put it.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Jumping. Yeah.
Well, that is what you typed in a document. Yes. But it doesn't mean
that you haven't read.
Exactly.
Jumping. Here we go.
It's not official if I haven't read it yet.
Yeah. We're making it official. All power points have to be diverted to the jump drive. You know what? 1 PowerPoint's kind of good because it sucks.
It does. It sucks extra. So
it really, let's do that. Let's do the 1.
I think I kind of might just like say screw the shields typically. Just system wise. I think you want someone rolling a Bane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except it's a Bane on a 5. Like it's not always.
Well, it depends also if you have like many enemies, right?
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Why? Because maneuvering only gives a Bane to 1 person?
Is that what I said?
Well, I don't know why it would depend on many enemies. Shields.
I think I said it when you do it. Bane. Oh no, I said that it imposes Bane on everybody, but you can also get like a boon to yourself if you prefer.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Also, that's the thing. If you have like if the other guy got a boon on his shooting you for some reason, right? It cancel your Bane anyway, so maybe then it's better put in shield, right? So there's kind of like decision to put there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the boon or the shield happens after the hit.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Fun. Some modifications here real quick. Okay, let's do 1.
Like I typed those things like very like quickly,
Monoverse.
Right?
Sorry.
Are you talking about the monoverse?
Yes.
What is it? What did I put there?
I don't know. I clicked on the wrong.
Yeah, that's like spelled maneuver too bad.
Yeah, spelled maneuver too bad on the computer. I don't know, monoverse maybe. What do you want to tell you? I don't know what that fucking motherfucker mean.
Take that O out of there.
It's hard when it's a second language.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell maneuver, so I'm just gonna come clean. All right.
I don't know what to put out. Like I put an O because of got a O.
I understand. I totally understand.
So everyone is that just a universal thing, or Hey, it's probably not. Jump drives you have to
I like
shut
how
down
that
power
looks.
everywhere else. It doesn't have to be. It's all depending on words, right? That's the
Maybe
thing
like
about this game
big
is you can have
big military
words
ship probably like
change
can get
rules.
away with it.
Yeah.
But like I like the idea because also like and oh yeah, I wanted to propose like those we talk about those dice pool challenge that are in Wasted World, right?
Yep.
And I think that should be the way to do the jump drive actually, because I like the idea of like you don't know exactly how long the jump computer is going to take to calculate,
Yep.
and you're kind of a sitting duck.
I
So if you
like
try
the
to
sitting
jump,
duck. I do.
yeah,
Gotta say, I'm a fan. High risk, high reward. I
yeah,
can just picture this scene where the two of you are sweating over this. Where's the calculations? Get it quick, 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 while the enemy's streaking in to blow you to atoms.
And then you kill us, and you're like, "Well, that was
Yeah.
Oh
fun."
well, it didn't work. I love it.
but
That's the drawback to tension.
You all died. Long
Did I-
live
did
the
I?
campaign.
I think I put that in the alternate, right, in the note.
I'm glad
Or
we're playing
jumping.
a troop
No,
style.
we could probably use a notion of a distance. No.
So what I was with when you're designing these types of rules, you want to make it as shitty as possible, because then you allow room for, inclinations and abilities.
True.
Yeah, exactly. And you
And gear upgrades as well.
I really liked the variation of successes here. So on a success, you go. On a critical success, you go right away.
yeah,
On a
I
failure,
wrote that. I wrote that before I read about the dice pool thing.
yeah. Should I show everyone the dice
What is
pool
the
thing?
dice pool thing?
It's in
It's kind
Wasted
of
World.
interesting. It's in
Yeah. You show it if you have it.
I think I have it here. I'm going to just try to find it. Where it's
Like,
in.
They're meant for
Twists
like in Wasted World. They're
It's in
meant for
Wasted
like a kind of a longer challenge, I guess, right? And the GM decides the
Yes.
difficulty of the challenge, and he rolls like a number of dice, and that could be based on the distance you want to jump, right?
That's right.
Oh, it's going to be like a 4 dice jump, and then you roll the 4 dice. The one are taken away,
Yes.
but then you have to roll. When you roll, you have to beat at least one of the dice,
That's
and then
right.
this dice is taken away. So, like, let's say the GM roll a 5, a 4, and a 2, right, and a 1. Then the 1 is taken away. So then you roll and you roll a 3. Okay, you can take away the 2. Then next round you roll again, and you roll
That's right.
a 5. Now you can take away the 5. And now next round there's the 4 left, so you have to roll above a 4.
That's right.
Right. So
I'm trying to find it. Where was that?
What?
I was trying to
it's in
find it.
Wasted World.
I know I'm in Wasted World right now. Oh no, I'm not. Stupid me. Okay.
It's page 101 thing.
It's page 101. Yeah.
I think.
But
I only read that kind of once, so
let me just find it here.
Exactly.
Dice pools. Got it. Okay, I'm going to share it so we can look through
Was
it.
I right up on the page?
I think so. Let me just see.
Fucking autism, eh?
Yeah, it's great. We're going to harness it. All right. So, present, share screen, window, you, share. All right. Here we go. Dice pool challenges. Phil, you've now read it, so it's official. The rules of pool of dice for difficulty between 3 to 6 forms a number of dice that must be overcome for the survivors to win the challenge. I like this a lot. Any ones rolled by the rabble rouser are removed from the pool, so it just makes the whole challenge easier. If I roll all ones, then the challenge is no problem. You smooth sailing all the way through. Then the player rolls a die and adds any boons pertinent to the situation. At least one die must equal or exceed one of the difficulty dice, or the challenge ends with whatever consequences are incurred. Most often, death. You can't use karma, but you can use heroic dice.
Yeah, I would change that last thing. I think like karma should be fair to use.
I do too. I don't see why you can't use karma on this.
Yeah, I don't see why you can't use karma. And
we're talking about ships having karma. Are we still saying that?
I think no.
I don't think that we should have ships having karma.
Yeah, I think that was a cool idea, but I don't think like we don't have anything else that work with that.
What do you mean?
Like we don't have like other mechanics that interact with that very in an interesting manner. Because I was thinking
every
like
ship
ship.
activity. Every
I think
ship
people like
activity is a role, right?
yeah, but
It
like
is.
because it's yes, but like the character doing the ship activity should use his own karma. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and the on a failed roll, the character will gain more karma. So
I
it's all
think,
good.
just as a quick something to think about, okay? What if your ship's like I like the idea of the ship having like some kind of fate rating or like infamy rating, you know what I mean? It's like the more known your ship is, it starts getting like karma that you can use in a scene.
I would do so I like what you're going with this, but I would change it. Instead of doing karma, I would give the ship a heroic dice. Just one.
Okay.
What if we use
Well,
the
and
because
it
we're
doesn't increase as you get more infamous. There's no
No.
scale.
No.
Okay.
You just get that heroic dice.
Okay.
It's just less. It's
I don't
less.
know if I don't know if I like either.
I mean, it's just inclinations. Are we still saying ships get inclinations?
No.
No.
Why? That's awesome.
It
You don't want
is
to do
awesome, but
classes?
it's beyond the scope of. We could do it eventually, Phil.
We're not going to do ship classes either.
Well, there's ship class
Sort
and
of.
weight and stuff like that, I guess,
There's
right?
tonnage classes, like
Yeah.
how big the ship is, because that's going to have influence on how many strikes the ship can take before it's.
But you're not going to give boons to like weaponry and injury.
No, that's going to be based on character. I was talking about that, because at first I was saying, what if the ship is kind of character, and instead like when we're in the ship, instead of role playing like our regular character, we kind of share the ship around, right, as the character that we're playing now. But we decided to go not this way. Like you can, I don't think you can have like the ship as a character and the character as character at the same time, right? You kind of have to choose, in my opinion.
You just can't have any overlap, and if you do it, it's not a big deal, I think.
Yeah, but now like we have like the engineer class that has a lot of like interaction with the ship.
Yeah.
So if we make the ship as a character, now it's gonna start like being messy.
Trying to keep it.
How is it messy?
Simple. Because then like you have those I have a boon to this, but then like the ship has a boon to this, and I don't know.
Then it's a boon. What's the problem?
But then then if the ship got a boon for one thing that your character would have a boon for, what do you have this character for, right?
Well, this is the benefit to having a shitty ship.
Is that it has
it has no boons, and we can choose.
We can actually table this for now because it can. Your ship is going to have none of this because it's garbage. But
I guess like you can just say like you have like system assist. I guess you can get inclination in that sense, right? You can fucking put a device.
It does make sense.
Or
I can see why Phil likes it.
Yeah, exactly. That I'm okay with.
Afterburners.
Yeah, for example, it's a ship that has it's built for speed.
It's just it's such an easy way to implement ship upgrades. I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to use it.
Let's
also
save it for upgrades.
Also, class of ship. Like, hey, I'm an can I talk? Hey, I'm an explorer, so I get boons at sensors. Hey, I'm a frigate, so I get boons at I don't know, nothing. Armor, like I'm an armor tank.
Yeah, armor.
Let's go. Oh, did I close it? Dang
it.
I closed it. I gotta open it now.
Anyways, it's a lot of opportunity there. You guys are getting rid of, I think.
Yeah, I'm not against like ship having like boon and stuff like that, but like ship is a piece of equipment now, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can have like I have a gun with a super scope, right?
There'd be a lot of customization you could have with inclinations. You could have inclinations for as upgrades. I like that idea.
What if a marksman had a super scope? What would happen?
Depends how you do the super scope.
Depends how you do it.
Yeah. But yeah, it could be like irrelevant.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes.
Why don't we do double boons? Who cares? You roll 3 dice. Pick your favorite. It already happens with the dual wielding warrior.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a big deal. Very easy to implement. That's why the system's good.
That is why the system's good. Very true. Right. Example
But
ship. Okay.
I also like that you're having that karma
wait,
available.
we didn't.
That's like
what?
another thing you can add, or you can have like a separate thing called power, or I don't know, some other resource you can use to devote.
What
to
if we can?
roles.
What if we can burn fuel as karma?
Sure.
But you also lose fuel on. What did we say that we lose fuel on?
You lose fuel on a 1 check.
That's it.
Well, that's what we had kind of talked about that because we had tossed around many different ways of running out of fuel in the middle of a scene, and one suggestion I had as we were chatting about this is that you can on a boon you can lose up to 1 fuel. So in other words, if you rolled 2 1s, you're still only going to lose 1 fuel. On any normal check, if you roll a 1, you burn 1 fuel up. On a Bane check, if you roll 2 1s, you can burn up 2 fuel.
Like I remember, like Phil was talking about every time you do a ship action, like burning fuel. But like, I don't know if I want to do like that level of bean counting, right? Every time we
There's
every
a lot of bean counting.
That is a lot of bean counting. That's true.
And I'm not against that in some system, but it doesn't seem to fit the tone of this one.
No.
On one, like I think one thing I put in document is,
why don't we just make fuel irrelevant?
We could.
Oh, because I really like the idea of running out of fuel mid combat.
Yeah.
Like here's what I put there, like or not quite, but like what, because now like I was still in the main content because like what Phil was saying, but on a 1 you roll 1 unit of fuel per PP that are you 1 + 1 per PP like applied to the system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
That you should just attach fuel to 1s, and so anytime, and when I say 1s, I mean you failed with a 1. So like maybe you have just the strike system. So your fuel rating is 3. If you roll a 1 on a ship maneuver, it takes 1 of your fuel strikes.
Yeah, but you don't like losing more fuel if you put like more PP in that system.
No, I think you just make that power and just think about it separately.
Okay. And also added that
you're always using your power plant. It doesn't matter where you're using it; it's always on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just like the risk reward kind of thing, right? I don't know, like being punished more if you, if you push the system a little more.
Well, what we could do is, if you're running at full power, maybe there's like some kind of check after you roll a 1 where you see if you lose fuel.
We can just do you lose 1 unit of fuel on 1. And I add this other thing that at the end of a combat scene, you roll a d6 and you lose that amount of fuel to account for like the fuel that you normally build in combat. And the reason I wanted that is because of I want like I think those scene where like, oh yes, we survive. Oh, but bad news. You know, this bittersweet victory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but bad news, we're out of fuel now, right? Or almost out of fuel.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to never run out of fuel if you're not doing maneuvers.
But that's why you have the, well, I assume we're gonna do maneuver, but that's why you have like that's why I'm adding this 1d6 in at the end.
Right. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying it would be weird if the only time you ever ran out of fuel was because you were doing some shit.
But
and
like
not,
we cannot,
not because you're like traveling to Mars. You're like, oh, I'm going to Mars. Yeah, you should take fuel.
So we well, yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Do you want to do both though? Like, would we do just one? one or the other? Like both seems a little. I just worry that can be a little too.
Both is not good.
No, I like losing on one. I like both. I like losing on one, and at the end of the fight, you lose a d6, an extra d6.
I think that because you're already losing them on ones, it makes the time when you're doing maneuvers already cost more fuel. So there's no reason to tie it to a combat because it should be more about days of operation or like actually using your ship. You know what I mean? Like it.
I'm not going for
already.
I'm not going for something that makes sense. I'm going for something that's exciting.
Yeah, it's not going to be realistic. We're not going to be tracking delta V. You know,
like
it's
otherwise, like I would just play the fucking Traveler, right?
It's going to be an abstract of some kind.
And let's not do after the combat.
Just take that one out.
Why are we adding two systems?
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather do one or the other.
Like the other system.
The whole reason you wanted to add the second system was to make it more realistic.
Right? No. You misunderstood what I said. It's for the bittersweet thing of yes, we survive, but not as its completion because we run out of fuel.
But that's already happening with the ones.
No, the ones is we can run out of fuel during combat, and also make it more likely that at the end of combat you're gonna run out of fuel because you lost some.
If you just lower the amount of fuel you have, then it already does that.
All right, I'm done arguing.
Okay, good.
I wonder. The hard thing is that we've not.
I mean,
none of this has been tested, so we're gonna try it, and it'll be. It's gonna be totally unexpected what happens, right? Because we haven't tested this.
Yeah.
Here's what we could do. I have my dice loaded up. Let's test it out. If you let's say that you're so like again when making a ship action. So any action you're going to roll d6. Let's just say we do a few of these and just see how many units of fuel we'd run out of. Oh, well, definitely not. So first action, nothing. Third action, nothing. Nothing.
I mean,
yeah, so like it's going to be
it's 1 in 6.
It's 1 in 6 chance,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But and if we have boons,
but you feel have boon on ship action,
just maintenance.
being an engineer, just maintenance.
Just maintenance.
Yeah, not on flying and evasion and then shields.
Oh, I thought you had.
I have it on jump drive, and what's the other one? That's what we were looking at. No one has pilot. No one has.
This is gonna be 1 in 6. Okay. Well, if it's just 1 in 6, then I don't know that it's going to be that.
And we also have the hero dice, so
you can always use hero dice. Yes.
But 1 in 6, like what do we have? Like, do we have like 3 point of fuel? Right, and then like it seems like very lame, right? Just like then
yeah.
What is lame about it?
I almost feel like it could be like I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the solution is with this.
I don't know if I can explain.
In my mind, it's an interesting complication.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We wanted to start the game where we were basically out of fuel.
Like well, you're just after a jump. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's AM3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another little wrinkle in whatever the fuck we're doing. But yeah, that's weird, right? Okay. Because if you don't have fuel, but you have AM3, you can still jump.
You can jump, but you could the risk is high. If you fail on the jump, you have no fuel. If you're not right on target, then you could jump to the middle of nowhere and have no fuel and then just die in the cold.
Yeah. But they're two totally separate systems. I don't know. I like my it's just like Traveler idea, where every day of operation takes a fuel and you have the possibility of using extra fuel in combat. I don't see why that's a bad move.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad move.
Yeah.
It's just not exciting.
It's not very
I
exciting.
want it exciting.
I wanted something exciting. I wanted to be more cinematic.
What do you have to do to make it exciting? So you just want a big roll at the end of a combat to see how much fuel was used.
The advantage of that is,
let's say you have like 5 fuel, right? Or 6 fuel unit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe you roll a few 1 during the combat.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's a good
I
chance
have an idea. Okay.
There's a good chance at the end of the combat you're gonna end up like you realize that in the combat, oh, we're just like the needle is just reaching E, right?
Yeah.
And now we have an immediate problem that we solve. Maybe we roll good, so rolling low at the end of combat, and then like, okay, we're not out of fuel just yet, but we don't want to go in another fight, right?
Yeah.
So add this little uncertainty that, like I said, like it's the kind of thing that you see that you would see in those kind of like show, right? The fight happen, and then the hero are happy to survive, but then there's this new complication that arise, right? It creates this kind of like kind of create this interesting situation right there.
Here's a thought, Max. What do you think of this? What if we, if we're going to track ones in combat, why not use something like that in conjunction with that dice pool mechanic in Wastelands? Here's my thought. If we just track, like me as the game master, I track how many ones I see for maneuver checks or other checks during a scene. Then at the end of the scene, the number of ones rolled is the dice pool, and that dice pool is then rolled to see how much fuel is spent. And then what you could do is, because that could be very punitive, like you could have no fuel left, but then you can have the engineer using his check to see if he can overcome any of the dice in the dice pool when I roll the dice pool. So if you had 3 ones in a scene, then you'd roll 3d6, and then that would be the fuel used. But the engineer has a chance to make a check to try to beat one of those to take it out.
I'm not a fan.
Too much.
It's a little more complicated, and it's almost like the dice pool mechanic, but not quite.
It's not quite, because you're adding them up,
and I hate that.
Or we wouldn't have to add them up.
I also want to point out you guys are making mini games now.
Yeah, I don't want to do a mini game.
Yeah,
it's easier to just do a depletion somehow.
Yeah,
mine wasn't a mini game; just one roll.
Yeah, but just to kind of not throw away Crispy's idea right immediately. I like the idea of doing the ones, take a fuel away, and then at the end you keep track of the ones, and then at the end you roll to see if it take more fuel away. So the ones have a potential of taking away 2 fuel. You know what I'm saying?
How would you roll that?
Just at the afterwards in your little mini game when the combat's over.
Maybe we're overthinking this. Maybe what we have already is doable.
Maybe you're underthinking this.
We just leave it the way it is. Roll of a 1 unit of fuel is spent, and at the end of the scene you roll d6 to see overall.
Oh, we're keeping that one. Okay.
Just keep that.
I'm happy to try it.
Let's try it and see how it works. And if it turns out that
sucks,
we immediately run out of fuel all the time, then
because I'm sorry if I'm I wrote this thing pretty fast, but I did put some thought in it, right? Try to find something that I thought was interesting and stuff like that, right?
Did you put that in here somewhere?
Yes.
What we're describing?
Yeah.
Yes, just right there, like using fuel in combat when making a ship maneuver. Well, it's not quite there because I wanted to that you wanted to have like the fuel be a little more like spend a little more that you discovered. So I tried to include that, but now we're moving away from that. So on the roll 1 fuel is spent.
I don't hate the idea of tying the fuel spent into how hard you're pushing the reactor. But anyways, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand what I'm reading here. When making a ship action on any result other than a 6 or a 1, one
Yeah.
unit of fuel is spent.
That would be gone. That would be gone because
Okay.
that's too much bean
On a roll of
counting.
1 unit of fuel is split plus 1 per PP allocated to the system. Okay. On a roll of 6, no fuel is spent. Okay.
But that also would be gone because that was linked to. So it would just be this single line there on a roll of 1 unit of fuel plus 1 PP per allocated to the system use. We can even cut the second half of that and just say
we could even take this part out. Like we could just say 1.
I'm okay with that. The other part is after the note is there the fuel at the end of the combat. Like I even put in a note there. This required a lot of bookkeeping for every roll. Almost some value has to be altered. So like even then when I put that, I said like I'm not a fan of this, but I was trying to accommodate people.
Oh yeah.
And after between the two nodes, then I say at the end of combat, roll a d6.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
And then I explain why I thought that was a cool idea.
So we don't really need this.
No.
Oh, let's just do that. That works.
Like for me, that's simple enough and can lead to interesting outcome.
Yep.
And that's all I want.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that. Yeah, that works. I like
and
it.
if we somehow find that it doesn't work or some shit, right? That's
the main issue I'm having with it right now is that I don't know how much fuel we should have now. Because
let's go to that. Let's go
these
to
really weird numbers now. And plus, like, it's tied to space combat. We're never really going to be trying to get into combat. So it's like we're not really going to be losing fuel. Right.
Yeah. Like I put like 15 there, probably like something like 8. We discussed about the dice pool mechanic for the jump, right? And we kind of like then moved to something else, and we didn't like finish talking about that.
Okay.
It's not on that. And I like that using the dice pool mechanic because it could also be useful for like hacking and shit like that, right? If you want to hack the system on another ship or hacking the computer and stuff like that, works great for that. So that's a mechanic we could just include in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you do that, then
the difficulty would just be we could just use the standard difficulty,
or just how secure the computer is, right? Just like,
and that determines the dice pool that is rolled, and go from there. Yeah. Same with jumps. Jump would be, well, how far are you jumping? Like
how far you're jumping? Yeah. And what did I say? Jumping like that probably like has a link to the number of fuel that is spent as well.
Yeah.
AM3.
Yeah. Well, you could do it where each,
like you guys say you don't want traveler and stuff, but then you're coming up with all these random numbers like 15 and 5 and 8. All this shit.
Yeah, we were just trying to get the.
It should just be like uniform. Everything is like the same, you know.
What do you mean? I just come
symbolically.
Yeah, those were just like a random number, like you said. Like, don't get stuck on that. It's not in the rules. It's just like an example.
Right, but that's my point. Like, you don't really know.
We don't. We'll have to play around with it and see.
Yeah, but that's just an example.
This is what you're looking at, Phil? This?
Yeah, just all the random numbers.
And that's not a rule. That's going to be a variant from ship to ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your ship got a bigger fuel tank, right? Just thinking that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
I think the fuel for the per jump is that would be like a 1d6 depletion, like we've used on the other.
I would like that, but I would say like also plus basically the number of dice you had to beat,
Right.
which represent the
One
distance.
d6 plus the whatever the dice pool number is.
Yeah. The entertainment tool. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to put. Like I don't want you to have to track it every turn, right? I want it to be like, oh no, okay, now I roll a 1, so I got something to a little bit of a complication here. And but because we want to have like a financial incentive in that game, and fuel should be like part of that, should be pricey and shit like that, right? So we need to have those situations where we need to refuel. We cannot just end wave it and say, oh, we never run out of fuel. It's not like the tracking the fuel that is interesting, is the running out of fuel that is interesting.
Right.
Okay.
I agree.
We're agreed. So the ship, let's try to put some numbers on this ship.
Okay.
It's a junky ship. We've already decided. Here's the scale. This was a size.
Normal civilian ship, I guess.
So it's a 3.
Or
Okay.
is it a U? Yeah, because it's not super big. Yeah.
Size 3. Because it's size 3, we're going to say its hull is 3.
Yeah.
So 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Don't really want to reopen this, but the fuel amount.
Let's put 8 for now and we'll see.
Okay, we'll just see 8 thorium. And then, okay. So we'll just use this, I guess.
That's the thing. If we had a bigger ship with more crew, we would have more chance of rolling 1. But then because it's a bigger ship, you probably have a bigger fuel tank.
Yeah, you'd have more fuel to burn. Yeah.
So it balances out.
What kind of jump computer do you?
It's probably not very good, but now since we're doing the dice pool thing, that wouldn't be a thing anymore.
No, it'd be a
Because
dice pool.
Yeah, it's just a dice pool.
So what would be a dice pool 3 or dice pool 2 or dice pool like the more dice pool?
No, that depends
more
on the distance.
difficulty.
That's the
Yeah.
difficulty. Depend on the distance that you like.
Okay.
There's not a jump computer value anymore
It's just a dice pool.
because it's a dice pool, and now it's basically like, and if jump thing, you got boon on that.
Yep.
So then you roll 2 dice to try to beat 1, right?
Right. Okay. Cargo, 8 cubic tons.
I don't know. I don't. I just put that's a random number. I don't know. Fucking like. I don't know. Do we abstract that? Is there like something like I have no idea for cargo? There should be some kind of limit so we have an understanding of how much we can carry.
Yeah. Well, we did already say that
Should
it has small
definitely be
hangar.
symbolic. So maybe just our cargo is 8. And then
Okay.
everything has a number of cargo
Based on how
that
bulky it is.
requires
Yeah.
to be spent to hold it.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Rather than try to get into the weeds of how, like, what's the tonnage of this and how.
We probably can do like in Wasted World, they say like, oh, you can carry 15 pieces of gear. Some are large and count as 2. Some are small and count as half, right? Maybe it's the same thing with the ship. Your ship can carry 8 things, but something count as 2, something count as 1.
Yeah, that makes
something
sense.
count as half.
Yeah, I like that.
Small thing, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we don't have to go into the weed because that's not interesting, and it's not as interesting. It's not like something like you don't have running out of space. That's not gonna happen in like in action kind of scene, right? So
No. No. Okay.
I don't know that we're gonna do a whole lot of action scenes though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, we will.
Ship.
I hope we will. A lot of running away.
yeah,
Lots of running away.
No.
yeah. Or saying, "Hey, don't kill us. We're powerless."
Yeah.
I feel like
We're
that's the
unarmed.
move.
We're
I feel
unarmed.
like
Don't
that's the
shoot.
move.
Don't shoot.
I don't really think we can run away very well either.
Well, we have a jump drive.
PowerPoint.
Your one
Start
PowerPoint.
spooling up our jump drive.
Yeah. What do you think about like, those shield and system and weapon? Right. I put like number like 6-4 and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought like you probably have like, some ship are probably gonna be like, oh, even if you put no PowerPoint, you're still gonna succeed on the 5+ right? Because
Yeah,
your base system is so
some
good,
will
right?
be. Yeah.
So that's why I said like, are probably gonna be all 6, right? If you don't put PowerPoint, you're just gonna roll on the 6.
I would
And
think
I was
so.
like, and I also want to put like a like if your ship could generate like 5 PowerPoint, do you want to? Can you put like everything in one system, sit on a 2+ or you know? So I said it's probably like a limit as well how much you can boost. So that was I wanted to put like those 2 number, right? 5-2, right? So you no point is gonna succeed on a 5, and you can boost it until you succeed on a 2, right? Are you
Right.
all right with that?
Makes sense.
It's just gonna
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just gonna
fine with
allow
that.
us to design a variety of ship, right? Or
Yes. Yeah. And that's where the inclinations can come in too.
yeah. And ours probably just like 6-4, I guess, which is probably like the basic.
Basic, yeah. And we only have a PowerPoint of 1, so it's 6 or 5.
Oh, it's 6-5 basically. It's true.
Yeah.
I forgot that we put 1. Yeah. So we can either boost shield or boost thruster.
Yes. Weapons, yeah.
Alright.
So, and even if you had a weapon, it'd be even worse because you have 3 things that would be fighting for that extra PowerPoint.
Yeah, but maybe we can boost the part generator.
Oh, the engineer goes in and boosts the output.
We fix it. That's gonna be a big part of the game, I guess, like improving the ship. No, what do you
Yeah.
think, Phil?
I think it will be.
Yeah,
It's going to be tidy. It's going to be clean.
yeah, it's gonna be tight. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we're gonna change the ship at some point.
I would hope so. Yeah. I would hope so.
Easy peasy.
We got it. Okay. Anything else that's needed?
Did you write that on the document? On a document?
I've been writing it on a
On a piece of paper.
piece
eh?
of paper, and I'll copy it out.
Ah, that's much
Yeah.
less convenient. We could have seen.
know. Joe, I
we
can
could have
put it
put
in.
on screen.
No problem. I'll put it in right now. We'll just put in. We're going to call this. The name of the ship is the Horizon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Unless you want to change that.
Nope. Unless you guys want to change it, I think it's cool. I like it. And
I
this
like
was.
it.
I'm just gonna. Oh, here. Let me just move my stuff around here. Oh, that's not good. Don't do that. This is a collector's model, a favorite known as the CX 300-S. It's just a
Classic.
It's a classic retrofitted.
It's not just a
model.
CX 300-S. It's a -S turbo
model.
turbo diesel. No, I'm joking.
And it's highly sought after. Collectors love this.
I like the idea where I'm like, this is one of the most efficient thorium-178 reactors still out there. And then we
Yeah.
start it, and it just giant black cloud of smoke, just like emits from.
Start an exhaust.
You said you get collector's plates. You don't need a
Shit,
catalytic
exhaust.
converter.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. It's in poor condition, and the reason it was in poor condition is that it had been forgotten. Oh, come on. Or neglected by previous owner.
Previous.
We had said extra fuel capacity. I'm going to leave that out. Jump drive retrofitted.
Why you guys keep saying extra fuel capacity?
No,
Did
I
we
don't
ever
take it
say
out.
that?
No, we never said that.
Unarmed.
We said it.
We
The
said-
only
we
extra
said
fuel
said-
there's the AM3 tank. That's
Yeah.
the only extra fuel we have.
We said there's a smuggler's compartment, though.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
We did say that.
Well, it's a smuggler ship.
Smugglers compartment.
So there's a Eden compartment.
Yeah, hidden cargo.
Okay.
Oops.
It's got a bunk
What am I
beds
doing
down there, just in
Hidden
case.
holds. What's the crew size? Like it's crew of 2 to 6.
No, it's probably can be run by one person.
Yeah, you only need one pilot, but
Yeah, and probably like have
they're
a
not,
co-pilot if you want. Like it's
they're
probably
not
one.
having a good time.
Yeah. Housing people?
Half dozen, maybe
No, that much?
4.
Yeah. What do you think, Phil?
Well, we
In a
can definitely
pinch?
take passengers.
Well, that's
We
what
have
I
a
was thinking.
cargo hold.
I was thinking the passenger element.
Oh yeah, okay.
But we'd have to get out the air mattress.
You'd have to be on the air mattress.
Yeah,
We don't
Someone's on a
transport them
futon.
like the Mexican across the border.
You
yeah,
could.
we can do that.
We said small hangar.
They're space Mexicans.
That's what we smuggle. It's a
Can
coyote. It was a coyote ship.
Yeah, we're
Three,
space coyotes.
2 small shuttles.
You hate it because they mess up the place.
1 fighter. Or
It's like traveling with a dozen of you.
okay. Small hangar. And that small hangar is going to translate into cargo value or cargo 8,
Yeah.
right?
You should probably put like a 2 in parentheses to denote the secret cargo.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that on
that's a
top
good
of
idea.
the 8?
2.
Nah,
That's part of the 8.
we'll say it's part.
Okay.
I think we were talking. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
What how big is the ship compared to something like in real life? Is it big like a jetliner or is it big as
Yeah.
a
Yeah, it would be like no, I mean it'd be in real
It's
life it would be
smaller
like
than
a it'd be like a what is the like a C5 Galaxy or something like that. Like that's how big it would be.
what's a
Is it a
C5?
C5 Galaxy turbo diesel?
It's C5 Galaxy turbo diesel. C5 is a big cargo ship. It's the one that can carry tanks.
Oh yeah, those
Okay.
like big military.
Big heavy
Oh, yeah.
lifter. But it's a spaceship, so it's kind of have to be that around that size somewhere. That's what I'm thinking, somewhere around that size. It's big, but I mean it makes sense to me that it would be that. If you're going to have people living on it,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking that maybe like the size of a big fishing boat, right? Or
yeah. That's about I would say it's around there. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds too small.
too small?
How
Big
big is
fishing
how big
boat.
is the big fishing boat?
I was thinking like
Do you mean like the dangerous
a Japanese whaler.
fishing?
No. Like the one or like maybe like a cargo ship, right? Is that
Yeah,
too big?
cargo ship.
A
Yeah,
small cargo ship, like maybe a destroyer. How big is a destroyer? Phil?
destroyer pretty small.
That's a good size.
It's a good size though. That would be roughly speaking about the size of or length of a C5 Galaxy, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good size.
Yeah.
And you can have a bunch of people on there. Yeah.
So what do we see here? Oh, it did have scanners.
How many train car can it hold?
Um,
How many
4.
trading cards?
train
car.
cars.
Oh, train car.
4.
Destroyer's kind of big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on one?
No.
No?
Seen them. Power plant
Yeah, I've been on like a
Rating.
museum
1.
of a destroyer.
And because it's power plant rating 1, we're also going to put in
Fire.
here its size 3. Hull
I don't hate it, though. It's a good size. It's a little bigger than
3.
I was thinking, but I don't hate
Should
it.
buy a decommissioned destroyer.
It's supposed to carry a lot of shit, so
Does.
How many people work on a destroyer?
A decent number.
It's not solo piloted.
No.
Let's see.
But you could.
Good.
You'll find
If I wanted to, I could for sure.
3.
Yeah, because a lot of the crew is for like a weapon system and sonar and shit like that, right? They're not like treated for just driving
There's
around.
a bunch of useless shit in there.
Yeah. There's no O in maneuver.
So typically,
there it is now.
Yeah.
you need
Maneuvers.
to steer
Maneuvers.
and you need
Yep.
throttle.
6. Right?
One guy steer and one guy do throttle?
Yes, at least
Someone's
that's
on the-
how carriers are. So like the throttle on the bridge is really just a glorified communication device to talk to the
Yeah.
engine room.
So they can put more charcoal in the
Yeah,
So they
furnace.
can get the shovels going.
So what else do we have to say here? Jump yes. Okay, that's it.
I actually don't know how steering works. I've
Maneuver
never
put
been
like
on
a 6-5 and shield. You forgot shield.
Put it on his
Under
hull.
maneuver.
I think you're right. It
No.
should say shield.
No, both. Hull is the number of strike and shield is the shield.
Oh, separate. Okay.
Yeah. Shield is one of the systems that we can put the power in. And it's a 6-5.
6.5.
Why are they 6.5? I thought they were.
It's by default, and we can boost it to 5.
Yeah.
And
We could have it 6.4 and still.
Yeah.
That one. But that is the shittiest one. So if we want to have the shittiest,
You can start with something bad.
that's where you start.
don't put the 2 dot after maneuver if you're not gonna put them elsewhere.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry.
You're right.
I would rather you put them on all of them.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it probably makes
More
sense to
work.
put them on all. Because they can change.
I can wait.
You can-
so power, the strike, right?
Oh.
The size is just basically the number that you need to hit to touch us,
Yeah, that's right.
shoot us. Yeah.
Shouldn't it be a little higher? I don't know.
Our
It's not a
size?
small craft.
What?
There's got to be bigger than us.
Yeah. Should it be a 4 to hit
What?
us?
I kind of would prefer it to be a 4.
I
To
think
hit
it
us?
should be a 4. It's kind of small for a spaceship.
Well, it kind of depends on how you want to see it, right? Like probably a size 3 is probably like 8 on 4, because you go like the smallest one. You kind of go reverse, right? You
Yeah.
have to go reverse.
Yeah. It's
Because the
6
bigger
for the
number means, like,
smallest, and-
Exactly.
I feel like 4 and 5 are kind of the same.
But it's not a fighter class ship. I think it's I'm thinking it's a sportier ship, right? That's why collectors like it. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was
You
like
put
kind
it
of
as a
like,
normal-
kind of like the Model T.
Yeah, it is. Let's keep it as the crappy one.
Maybe it's like one of the few sporty cargo vessels.
Okay, you can be 4, and
That's
I don't
fine.
care.
That's why people like it so much.
But also, those things are probably not directly related, right? It's probably like because like their size and their like speed and stuff like that. So it's probably like, we're
Mhm.
about this size, but we hit on 4. So
maybe that's the one thing our ship has going for it.
Yeah. That
With
thing
a
right
lower
there.
size rating.
This. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
can
So
you
this
should put in
3 is
parentheses.
strikes.
Yeah,
What's
should
that?
put in parentheses after size like 8 on 4+, right?
Yep.
Just so we know what we're talking about.
Yep.
There you go. Shield. Okay. Fuel. Maneuver. Okay. Can you move maneuver just after shield, please?
Yep. Yeah, I sure can.
Thank you.
And the shield, so we should say it's a tugboat. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, so under shield, should we just make a note here that this is what we roll to negate one strike, right? Like this is.
Yeah. If you want. Hmm?
So I think I misheard something earlier. There's no shield strikes, right?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean by shield strike?
Like separate
Shield-
strikes that would regenerate.
No, shield work like armor basically.
Yeah. So it's just the armor rating of the hull.
Yeah.
In like terms of the system.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Oop.
Yeah, the reason I like that with shields is that it's harmonious with the way that armor works in the rest of the game. Like it just is reducing one strike.
Yeah. That's what I try to do. I try to keep things like working as possible as the base system.
Exactly.
What do we say for? There's probably like if we're in the center, right, of there's like all those systems that are developed. The center, the core planet, are probably like all in the middle, right?
Yeah.
What?
Can I say something real quick before we move on?
Please.
I think that the fact that we have a lower size rating makes our class of ship a blockade runner.
Ooh.
Oh, I like it.
Like that would be something a blockade runner would get.
Are we?
I can say,
but we're not like a military ship, are we?
No, it's a smuggler ship.
It's like a NASCAR, basically, that are been right.
Blockade runner means like you're running through a military checkpoint.
No, what I mean by a NASCAR, I mean like a NASCAR in like when they were doing like the moonshine runner.
Oh yeah.
That because it's a smuggling ship.
Yeah.
Is that the origins of NASCAR?
Yes. They were like that's why they want to keep them stuck, because they look normal on the street, but then the underneath is
sleepers. Sleepers.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Yeah, Dodge still sells lots of cars that way.
Yeah.
This was the original blockade runners they used to use to get past, the soldiers in the AI war. So
it was that. Maybe that's where it got
an AI war.
It earned its stripes.
This little ship put a lot of work in.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you fix the cargo line?
Yes,
sorry,
of course.
Crispy, I'm a bit
No. I'm happy to fix it. Okay. Oh, come on. Never mind.
There you go.
It's also why we have a hidden cargo.
Yeah. And what else do we miss? Oh yeah, I want to talk about distance, right? I'd say if we're in the core, right, it's probably the ring around, right, and then the further ring.
Mm-hmm. The inner ring, the outer rings.
So is that like 3 ring, and then like going from one to the next is like 3. One level of difficulty?
I don't know how that it would be. Oh, you mean for the jump drive?
Yes.
Why would the jump drive care?
No, it's just like to have a
Just an
generic distance.
abstractive distance.
Just an abstract distance. It's not like
he's saying distance. Okay.
It's just like to give us an idea, right? Just like you're in the core of the galaxy. You want to
So you're saying if you go
populated
from 4
system and you want to
outer-
jump to the frontier,
yeah,
it's probably like
2.
3 difficulty.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you're saying like fuel cost.
Well, that's linked to it.
What
Okay.
was the difficulty you said for core planet distance?
Core planet to the outer rims probably like 3. But like if you want to go like outer rim and go like to the other side of the outer rim, right? That would be like 6. That's what I think. So then we have our 3 to 6. Oh, but if you just want to go like inside the core, then maybe that's just
the dice
2 plus.
pool.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a
Yes.
3 plus. It's the number of dice you're rolling to do the jump game.
Yes.
Kind of like an extended action.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's very interesting because, like I said, if you say like you're kind of sitting duck and like while we try to make this jump, right? That can be interesting. Lead to the So then we don't have to if we just go with that, we don't have to like say, oh, that's that many parsec, and we don't have to fucking go nerdy about the fucking distance or that many light year. Just you go from the outer rim in the ring, right? Just that's close enough. It's basically like far, near, or long range.
So the you only get 1 dice, or if you have a boon, you get 2, but you pick still, right?
You pick, yeah.
Okay. So that'd be another fun thing you could upgrade, is you get to roll more dice, potentially take away more successes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be something that can be upgraded with a ship computer.
Could we say that
ship inclination
system to neighbor
inclinations brought on by equipment?
Yeah.
Is dice pool 1 or 2?
What? 2 probably.
Okay.
2. Do we go? Could it be as easy as 1?
I think it would be like it's just one system to the next. It would be pretty close.
All right, you got to make it 2 minimum.
2 minimum. Okay.
But then you can roll a 1. So then okay.
Yeah, if you roll
there's a pad. There's a pad just because we talk also about like the computer kind of find pad of resonance, like like because we're basically opening in a tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it say if you cancel everything with 1s, then it's like bad for you, for the player?
No, if
like
I roll, because the way that it works is let me see, can I find it here? Dice pool.
But there's also this thing in the dice pool that if you don't manage to cancel 1 dice in 1 roll, that's bad for you. It's like you lose like your the whole action is failed, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's right here.
But could that lead to a bad jump? You jump not exactly where you want to go?
Yeah.
Is that interesting? Is that cool? Is that too punishing?
Well, it's only if, according to the suggested way to handle this that you'd put in, Max, which I liked a lot. What was it here? Jump, drives, jump.
Oh, and also I want to say one thing.
Look, it says right there, in the rare event that all 1s are rolled, the challenge has degraded to a point where no effort is needed.
That's right. So it just happens.
Okay. So it just happens.
If I roll all 6s, then it's going to be tough.
Yes. Yeah.
But we're going to say karma can be used, is what we're going to say.
Yes. One thing I wanted to say also about this jumping thing.
Yeah.
The difficulty. If we just say like that's the number of hours also you're going to be in the jump, would that be enough?
Or days or weeks?
Or days? Are we going in days or are we going in hours? Yeah.
Weeks,
it's too long, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, days are good. We could do days.
Days I'm okay. All right, I'm okay with days or hours. What do you think, Phil?
I want it to be like a good number of hours though, because I like. But we were trying to emulate the heist.
Yeah.
So then that
Which
was
we had
like
a few hours.
we had a few hours to do
we didn't
it.
specify. But if we were doing a long jump, that would be like 6 hour, right? We could double that maybe. We could say like 2 hour per.
Yeah, because
2 hours?
ours is bad.
Hmm?
Ours is shitty.
Yeah.
We have like an old.
Or is that ship dependent, or is just something like all ship in the jumping go the same speed?
This is one of those times where in EZD6 you make everything as bad as possible.
Yeah.
To allow for the inclination or the upgrade, you know.
But that's what I'm asking. I mean, in this system, in this setting,
Uh,
can you have like better jump drive that make you jump faster, or is it just like make it easier to jump, and like once you're in the tunnel, it takes the same time for everybody, right? Because it's not really like traveling; it's just like
Yeah.
which one is more interesting?
Everything is possible, in my opinion.
So then that would be like a ship characteristic of your jump drive, like the number of hours.
I'm very bullish on ship characteristics. I don't know if you've noticed that.
So under the jump drive, we could say that like
let's just start with. No, the move is you just state the rule, and then if you are contradicting the rule, it's because you have an upgrade. So we'll say the jump takes a day. And then if you have an upgrade, it can half your jump speed.
A day per difficulty?
No, just say, oh, yeah. We can say day per. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
All right, that long?
Okay. 1 day per dice in the dice pool. So that seems too long, though, right?
Yeah, it seems a bit long for me.
But I don't want to start saying like half and shit like that, you know?
No, but like what if we say for a shitty chip, 3 hour per dice in the dice pool, and that can be upgraded up to the best one, top of the line, go 1 hour per dice in the dice pool. So now, what?
No, I just like that we're doing the counting by threes. We're doing the cipher system now.
Yes, we are. Did you look at it? Standard jump takes 3 hours per dice in dice pool. Okay, that's the standard.
No, but it gives you like 3 level of like different kind of shittiness, right? And then we can have like that in as a ship characteristic, right? Or jump drive. It's like 3 hour per.
So the longest jump is only 18 hours. Does that sound good? I think it's fine.
Is that yeah? I think I'm all right with that.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
How good are the tunnels though? Just as more of a world building question. Are they faster or are they about the same?
The tunnel?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're talking about, no? The tunnel, like the ship.
We're talking about on a ship, but we've said that there are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the gate.
Their gates are going to be faster.
They should be faster. Yeah,
they should be
faster.
Much
so the real way to the gate is the line before you get to the gate.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So would maybe the gate is just 1 hour, just like as fast as the.
And do 1 hour per die.
Yeah, 1 hour per what would be like per die, right?
They wouldn't roll anything. Yeah,
you don't have to roll, but they're the same base of distance.
I agree.
Yeah. Maybe there's some shitty gate out there in the outer rim that takes 2 hours.
Yeah, the frontier gates are all like 3 hour gates. Yeah.
How do we want to say that? It's a dice. 1 hour per dice pool distance.
Per range, per jump range. Is that the term we're gonna use? Jump range.
Yep.
Does that work?
I don't know.
I would just say it's 1 hour. What about this? The big advantage of gates is that it's always the same. It's 1 hour.
Also, you don't need a jump drive, which
no jump drive. 1 hour.
Most ships don't have jump drive. Most civilian ship.
Oh, like regardless of distance.
It's just 1 hour.
That's pretty cool.
Oh. regardless of
it's a
distance,
different
1
kind
hour.
of technology
Yep.
because
It's a
they have
different
the
type of
receiving-
technology. It's tying it.
because
Okay.
they have a
It's
gate
almost
on
a
both
like
sides.
essentially a zero distance between.
It's just
Okay.
phasing you into another area in space time or whatever.
Yeah. But they also we said also that they cannot open all the time. They have like they have like a schedule because they.
Yeah,
So are we keeping it that?
yeah, because they can't. They have to. Exactly. Yes. We were talking about resonance frequencies, if you remember.
Yep.
Yeah, resonance frequency.
Yeah.
So they have this window of opportunity when they can open toward that gate.
Yeah.
And then also it's probably very costly to open the passage.
Mhm.
So they try to like that's why they put line, right?
You gotta like clump up.
Yeah.
And then get in. That's another part of why it takes a little bit longer than instant. Is because you got to get everyone in.
And sometimes you cannot get in if the line is too long, and the whole window of frequency of like opening
Yeah.
is too short. And they probably need a time of
You
recharge.
have to go back to the bar.
Yeah.
You miss it.
They probably take a time of recharge as well.
They probably overbook it all the time.
Mhm.
Oh, certainly.
Well, it's just how
Yeah.
quickly you can move
Yeah.
cargo and people through.
And then sometimes there's accident in the queue.
We're looking for volunteers.
Yeah, volunteer to.
I'll give
wait.
you a $300 Chick-fil-A gift card.
Yeah, they're $1.
Yeah.
because inflation went too high, so they just
They just issue a new currency and
they just
call it.
issue the currency. They just got some zero, so now it's the
Yep.
$1, and now like it's still like 10 times higher.
So that's like a $30 gift card.
Yeah,
It's
300
300
Yeah.
kilodollars.
It's about worth $30 for now.
Yeah. Hey, you're feeding your family one time on that, maybe.
Yeah, if I'm not part of your family.
Okay.
You can get a small drink.
Okay.
Accident? No, they're not. Are they rare? They're not that rare. Just like fucking
Well,
people
they'd have
trying
to be
shoot in
rare.
No, they bump on each other. Ship bumping each other.
Oh no,
Not gate accident.
That's gate
Oh
accidents.
yeah, okay, gate accident. No, I'm talking
Jump
about
accidents are much
Catastrophes.
I'm talking queue accident. People have accident in the queue to the gate, and then they fuck up the whole system
all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get off the road, space Mexicans.
I was going with something.
Okay, so I think that takes care of all of that. Is there anything else that we need to
There's a lot of
talk about?
space racists.
There's a lot of space Mexican in that,
Yeah.
in that setting.
There's Zergs.
Yeah.
It's Zerg.
They're
Going
not
with
the
the
same.
Oh, I forgot that is happening in our game.
Yeah.
The bugs and the elves.
Okay. What am I
Elves?
doing here?
They're basically elves. They're basically
elves. The Protoss, they're elves.
the Protoss.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Does that make you like them more?
that's a
Yeah.
good question. Daryl's a good question.
We
Should
do
ships
we
have
the
a maneuver? Oh, we do kind of, because you have
Kind of.
maneuvers here.
That would be like thruster actually, like it's the thruster value.
Yeah.
That I called it. That allows you to do ship maneuver.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
should
yeah,
we add another line to just show?
No,
that?
it's in the shield. On the shield, like what do you call maneuver?
Yeah,
That's
call it
basically like
thrusters.
thruster. Yeah. It's perform ship maneuver.
Yeah, got it.
Because shooting a gun or it would be a ship action as well.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Or jumping. And yeah, we Daryl what we decided is like you have like a roughly like two type of maneuver. Evasive maneuver, which give like bane to people trying to hit you, and yourself, what do you call that? For yourself giving you a good shot when you get a boon to shooting, which doesn't apply to us because we don't have a gun.
It's
We need
dog
to get a gun.
fighting.
Also, should
It's
we
like
should there be speed? Or should you just tie that into the thrusters?
I think
I'd tie
the
that into
speed.
thrusters.
I think the speed is tied up in the what is needed to hit us.
Yeah,
That's why like we have like a 4+ to it.
that's a good point.
So a size 4 can catch. Oh, that is how it is.
Because like
I
the
remember that system. So size 4s can catch size 3s and size 2s.
Yes.
And
well, like what the way I was seeing it was like for the basic like oh yeah, when you're trying to speed. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're trying to race, I didn't consider racing stuff.
well,
be honest.
chasing.
The chasing, yeah. But
I think thrusters should matter. Like you put power in your thrusters and it brings down your size or brings up your size rating.
That's probably a good opportunity to use the dice pool mechanic as well.
I think so. As a chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're rolling maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
No,
okay.
It would be a dice pool.
It's not really contested.
No, the GM decide like depending on how fast the ship you're trying to catch is, right? Or you're trying to run away.
So the way I would look at that is a size 4 is going to have a larger dice pool.
It's going to have 4 dice
to try to catch than a size 2. It's only going to have like maybe a 2 in the dice pool.
Is a size 2 bigger or smaller?
It's bigger according to your design notes.
Because it's to hit.
Do you want me to see?
Right here. Yeah, it's to hit. No, okay.
It's where is it here? That's not it. Ship design. Here it is. Huge hulking ship, number 2.
Yeah, but those like okay, yeah. But when I wrote those was like difficulty for hitting the ship, and yeah, it's like it's not really like class size, but like whatever. Like, we can use them as well as that.
I think it lines up well. You're right. It's not meant for that, but it does line up well.
It's also gonna work for what we're talking about right now.
Yes. Okay. No, it's just to be clear. But like, well, okay. Here's what I would see it. Depending on how fast, basically, the ship we're trying to catch or trying to run away with, right? The GM decide a number of dice.
Yeah.
And then every round, we roll or you do a thruster roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can beat one of those dice, right?
Okay. But so you only beat a die on a 5 or 6 if you're amping the thruster?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the point of
no. Wait, no, you're right. Because you're supposed
the dice pool doesn't work that way. It's
no. Yeah. Oh no, you're right.
I think
you're right. So you need to
Thanks for tuning in, Richard. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Thanks for the chuckle. I can't if we can entertain you at least when we try to figure out those.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
trying to get it.
Maybe you make a maneuver roll and then decide if you have a boon or not for the dice pool, beating the dice pool, or maybe.
What if we just keep it where size 4 catches size 5 and if you are putting power on your thrusters, it increases your size rating.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. So you can put power on your size to increase your speed. That's how it's say.
Yeah. So every point of power you put in the
move you from sporty to fast.
Fast fighter ship. Yeah.
All right. Then, so let's put that in. I like that.
Yeah, because when you're chasing, there's no reason.
So there's no roll, basically. Just like, I'm faster.
Faster. Yeah. Unless you're like doing crazy shit through an asteroid field or something.
Yeah, and that would be your maneuver, like your ship action piloting check thing.
I mean, we shouldn't be catching faster ships. There's no reason that would ever happen.
Yeah, but it's probably a thing too that if the ship is trying to shoot at somebody and stuff like that, right? It's probably like like when we say you have your movement and then you have your action, right? It's probably like in when you're on foot, it's probably the same thing in the ship. So if we're
Yeah.
just chasing somebody, it doesn't matter because like we're both doing just like, well, I move and then I run, right?
Yeah.
Move and run. But then if I want to shoot, then okay, you got your move toward the ship, but then like he's getting away
Why would he be getting away?
because it's just like moving and run.
Mhm.
Like if you think about if you're on foot, right, and you move and run, and I move and try to strike somebody, then you're getting away. If I want to catch you, I also have to move and run.
Yeah. But ships don't coordinate like a human. Either their engines are running or they aren't.
Oh, but if you have to turn around to shoot and stuff like that, no.
Oh, okay. So if you have to turn to shoot at something, then you'll be.
Or if you do a maneuver to dodge, right, and if it's a maneuver, then that's gonna slow you down.
Well, this is what I'm thinking, because if you're doing a maneuver,
yeah,
and you want to put power into your thrusters, then it takes away power from your size. So it kind of does that.
Wait.
If you're just stuck on a 6+ maneuver,
I thought it was the power in the thruster that added to your size.
No, I'm saying it's a separate thing. So you can add power to your size to go all out, or you can add power to your thrusters to give more maneuverability. Because it would be like you're not really going. It's your back engines, that are like pushing you forward. Maybe I just think it's a way to mitigate what you're talking about, where like you can't just have super maneuvers while you're going the fastest possible. Like,
you're just burning
because you're not going to be doing loop-de-loops while going faster.
You're just going as fast as you can.
Like what I was thinking, right? What I'm saying, that I'll tell you the situation I'm saying. Like you're trying to run away from a ship.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is chasing you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the ship is shooting at you.
Yeah.
Right? So the ship is doing his action is attack, and then he's doing his move.
Mm-hmm.
You can do, I'm gonna do my move, and I'm gonna run. So then you do double move, or you can do I'm doing my move and evasive maneuver, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a choice you have.
Okay.
So it's keeping it like aligned with what you see in combat in people combat.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you're going top speed, you can't shoot your guns?
No.
Is that right? Doesn't that seem weird to you?
Well, you can. You would have to have a power plant that would be able to handle both, or you just roll and see if you can get a 6, depending on what your gunnery check is.
It feels right to me.
But he's saying action move. He's not talking about power plant at all. He's saying like in 5e how you can do a dash action. That you can do that as a ship.
Or in EZD6. EZD6 is the same thing. In
but ships aren't people. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no coordination.
But they're piloted by people.
Okay.
And
crews. They can have multiple people.
Exactly. Which each take their action.
Okay.
Oh,
I feel like I should be able to like crank up the engine and shoot the gun. And not even ever touch this thing again because I'm already going max speed and I can shoot my gun, no problem.
But you have to align the gun.
Right.
So if you had a turret.
I'm focused on the gun. I'm not touching the engine.
But the gun is stationary. It's not a turret.
If the gun was stationary, then you'd have to maneuver around to bring the gun to bear. But if it was a turret,
slow you down.
If it was a turret, then you could.
Because you're in the pilot's seat. You're not in the turret.
But we did decide that you could have weapon stations because there's only 2 of you. We had decided that you could run multiple systems from your terminal.
Just stationary.
Why are guns just like this? Like why aren't they like down a little bit and they got like little swivel to them?
Well, I would imagine that you would have turrets as an advantage because you'd have a much wider field of fire.
Well, you're definitely not using a turret while you're piloting.
No, you have to have someone on the gun.
That's what I'm saying. Why? Because I don't know. Because it's cool to have stationary gun that you have to align your ship to shoot.
Yeah.
And then you can have turret, and then you have a gunner that's in turret, and that's what he does, right? And this guy doesn't. It doesn't matter, right? He can shoot. while the ship's going full speed, because it's not affected by that. But
I think that
you're-
it
if you're
can
the pilot-
kind of be. I think it can kind of be. I forget the word that I'm trying to say, but abstractly represented by not putting power in your guns. So if you want to go full speed, then you're putting all your power on size, right?
Yes.
And then your guns are shooting on 6+, and their
Yes.
maneuvers are shooting. If they're going full speed, then their maneuvers are on a 6+. So there's probably not a lot going on. Everyone's kind of like making small maneuvers. Like it's kind of abstractly doing that for you, you know? Because it's like your guns are kind of matching maneuvers, or you can use
I think we
maneuvers
may.
to get a new. You can
Is Max
make a
thinking, or
maneuver
is
check.
he? Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking. Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm not sure I'm understanding.
I'm
what
not
the
sure why
ship
we
is
have to
saying.
complicate it. I feel like you're complicating stationary guns. Like,
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
trying to bring it to. I was just trying to unify it with the melee combat or
With
the
in-person combat,
in-person combat.
Right.
That's all. I just wanted to keep it like uniform as much as possible.
yeah.
Mhm. That makes sense.
But that's
I
the thing
never,
also,
I never really liked the full speed of dashing. I hate that shit.
really,
Yeah,
it's barely used, right?
yeah. Until you're using it, it's dumb.
Why is it dumb?
I don't know why. It's just never made sense to me that you can't like run at someone with your sword out, and gore them.
Well, I
They
think
don't-
the 30 feet movement in a round assume that you're running at them.
Yeah.
But if you want to do like double run
Oh, I get it.
and move 60 feet, it's like you're really like focusing on that. Yeah. So you're not like.
Yeah. But is me doing this? Does that like slow me down by half?
Yes.
Yes, I got a spear in my hand.
You cannot move your arm.
You'll
Yeah, I
always
can't- I
sprint
can't go like-
faster with your hands free. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I run.
Running is not just with the leg. Running is a whole body thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want
Watch
to sprint,
sprinters.
And
You're
that's
like sprinter are bulky in the like they have like a muscular
Yeah.
upper body as well.
giant sprinters.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's the build. Got to pump
Yeah.
those arms.
But we're talking about ships.
Yes.
You know,
The main
So,
thing I want from ship combat.
I get what you're saying. Though. I don't
want-
want to do the move action. I don't want to do that in a spaceship.
No.
Yeah, but also like all the moving thing is kind of like fairly abstract in what we
It
have.
has to be. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we can get way into the weeds about how many light minutes away are you, and like it's just not the way we were going with it. We weren't going for
But it's just-
hyper realistic.
Yeah, it's just for the chasing thing that we
Yeah.
if we want to run away because
Yeah,
like that's
and let's
something that
just-
could happen, right?
We locked it in. We're chasing.
I think the size thing is a great idea for chase scenes. It's just
All right.
fantastic.
I'm okay. Let's go with that.
I think that what you're describing is abstracted by taking power out of the weapons, because you're
Okay.
already making it harder to shoot. So you have to kind of stay tight. And the other person, if they're going to start doing this, then you're going to catch them. So they can dodge your bullets, but you're going to
Yeah.
start approaching. So
Yeah.
If they start doing this, that would be like a maneuver.
Right.
If it's a maneuver.
that's what I'm saying.
So what are you saying that you're gonna catch them?
Huh? Yeah.
What you say is gonna catch them?
Right.
Why?
Because they're not going in a straight line anymore, so you can catch them. But the reality is, what's going on is they have put more power into the thrusters. If they've decided to enhance their maneuver,
No, but let's say I don't put any power in the thruster, right?
yeah. So they're doing tight little 6+ maneuvers. You're probably not going to, they're not as
So
extravagant.
that
You're
so that
probably
doesn't
still
slow me down.
maintaining.
Okay.
You're probably still maintaining like a straight course.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I feel like we're making headway. It's
Yeah.
good.
No, I'm
Whatever.
satisfied with that. That works. So we can so now we can put like the power in our guns if we had any. We don't.
Yeah, the
In the
chaser's going to be putting their power in the guns unless they're getting shot at from a turret or something. And then the other, or they're putting it in size. Everyone has to put it in size if you're taking it
Yeah,
seriously.
because otherwise we're gonna move away. And how long until we are got away and we're out of range? We have something to.
Unless a ship is much smaller, in which case it can kind of keep doing some maneuvers and flying out of the way.
Yeah.
Or
there is a large difference.
But also there's a thing. If we increase our size by moving away, so okay, there you go. We can put power in size, transfer power in size, and every point of power that we put in there increase our difficulty to be hit by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
the same
true.
thing.
It does
right?
that. It does that too. I didn't really think
it does that
that
because it's like, oh, we're further away now, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a distance.
It should increase that,
but
though. Do you
no,
think
it should, but only if we're running away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Only if we're moving away from the.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if I'm keeping up with you, then you're effectively still. You know what I mean? If I have the same size rating as you, then it's almost like you're not even moving. You're a stationary target almost.
Yeah. So
I think that it should just relate to speed. I don't think you should be able to increase your size to avoid shots.
Okay.
The problem is like we don't have anything else. Like we don't have any. We don't really have any speed mechanic.
No.
Well, it only really matters if you're chasing or running. Right?
We might have to give that a little more thought.
It matters if you're. It matters for 2 things, right?
Okay.
It matters if you're trying to run away, and somebody's shooting at you while you're trying to run away, right? Let's say our size is a 4, right? Or speed is 4, right? And there's a 5 ship that's coming after us. So we say, a 5 ship that's coming after us. So we decide to put, but then we won't even run away. We just like keep the distance.
Okay. Make your example mean something.
I'm thinking.
Why did you say an irrelevant example? I don't know. It doesn't help me figure things out.
No, I'm thinking like okay, then we're both on 5. So his shooting shouldn't be affected.
Okay, I don't think shooting should be affected by power in size. But go ahead.
What about distance?
I don't want to mess with that.
You don't want to mess with that?
No.
You got that if you're shooting somebody in character, right? On foot.
I don't hate the idea that it's harder to hit because you're moving faster. Like,
yeah,
we can do ranges, so near, far.
Yeah, that's how it is. If you're fighting in range, on the ground in range combat, right? Yeah. It's like somebody's taking a 3 to hit, but it's like far. Now it's a 4. Yeah. It's super really? Long range. It's yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we could do the same with ship, but we don't have like. Do we just say like, oh, now you're near, so that's your base?
That's whatever Crispy says, I guess.
Maybe reverse the size number. You can then multiply speed times size. I don't want to do multiplication.
There's no speed.
Daryl, you're giving us way too much credit here. We're addition subtraction guys here.
But okay, and let's say we're two like speed 4 or size 4 ship, right? And now I put my power into my thruster. I'm trying to run away, and you try to shoot me. Shouldn't that affect your shooting?
When your thruster comes on?
When I'm running away from you.
Well, are you using your maneuvers?
No, I'm just trying to speed away from you, and I'm getting further because I'm faster than you now.
Well, if you get further away, then it will. Right? Because we just said that.
Yeah, but how long does so? Am I just further away on the next round?
No, I like the idea that it's distance ramps up really quick. Like you're fast.
So then it
'Cause
would affect, right?
Remember, like if you do a maneuver, like if you hit the thrusters to do a ship maneuver, like evasive action, that gives bane to the people trying to shoot you, right? It doesn't change the
Yeah.
target number.
No.
It just
Yeah.
gives
Doesn't
bane.
change your distance.
It's just bane.
Let's see what are the range in range combat. They're like just near, far. There's
Right.
3, right?
Yeah.
Close, near, and far. It's like
There's like an
melee.
extreme one or something.
Oh yeah, extreme. Yeah.
Like there's not enough bookmark in the PDF of the core one. The new one is better. It's better on point. Maybe I
Okay.
should
I'm
look.
looking.
There's 3 ranges, right? There can be as many ranges as we want. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yes, they can, but I just want to look for a starting point, right? Shooting, right? It doesn't say in there.
What does it say here? Distance.
You got it?
Near, far. That's it.
Okay.
There's only 2?
Yeah. Near and far.
And
All
what
right.
do those
103.
2 distances do?
They increase the difficulty by 1.
Okay, so far is +1?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I think that
I
sounds
think
great.
I think there's 3. I think I read like there's 3 distance in Wasted World because it's more gun centric, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
Maybe really far is +2 then.
Yeah.
Here it is. Near, far, long, extreme. It's on page 47.
Near,
Note
also
on
there's
range
4.
and distance. So
Near, far, long, extreme.
Yeah.
Do we want to go with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Okay. Near, far, long,
extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and each one increase the difficulty to shoot by 1.
I think so.
Well, I guess far doesn't increase the difficulty because that's just like the basic range distance.
Usually.
Yeah. So if you're in long, you got +1. If you're in extreme, you got +2.
Okay.
On the difficulty to it.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good.
So you ready to ask me what you're asking me then?
Yes. So now my ship's going away. I'm faster than you, right?
Okay.
How long before and because we're in space, we're never really like in near. We're probably always in far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which it's all like range combat in space, unless we want to ram somebody. But let's not open that can of worm just yet. There should be some ship that are capable of ramming for some reason. But so how long before I go from?
We call those the breaching class.
Yeah,
the breaching
boarding actions.
Yeah.
Raiding.
So how long before I go from far to long to extreme?
1 round of being faster than the other guy.
That's it.
Easy.
With the speeds that we're talking for a starship, yeah, I think that'd be fine.
All right. So at the start of the next round, I'm considering in the next range, right?
Yes.
I like it.
Okay. So you're saying like when you start moving away, I get a shot at you in the current range?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And then on the next round, I'll be 1 range further if you didn't catch up for some reason, some matter.
Yep.
Unless you respond by putting your power into size and then chase after.
Yeah. Do we
Yeah.
limit? Okay, that's something we need to discuss as well. Like, there's 2 of us on the ship. Presumably, one of us is gonna be in the pilot's seat.
Yep. And engineer.
An engineer, I guess. Yeah. So do we? So if I'm in the pilot seat, am I the only one that can do maneuver?
Yes.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
So if we're facing another ship, right? That's very like technical, like running the game, right? It's a question for Crispy.
Yep.
If now we're in one ship, there's 2 of us, me and Phil. So I'm gonna take a turn. Phil's gonna take a turn.
Yes.
But the ship we're facing also has a crew, I imagine.
Yes.
So how do we deal with that? Do you take a turn after each one of us take a turn? What if it's a bigger ship with more crew on it?
Heroes always go first in EZD6 unless ambushed.
Okay, yeah.
So you would each take a turn, then they would take a turn.
But does the ship has a turn, or do you take like a turn for like each crew member on the ship?
All of my crew members will go essentially at the same time, but my ship will go after your ship.
So you can do your maneuver and then shoot a couple times and then change your power.
Depending on the crew. Yeah. Ships with larger crews will be more deadly than ships with smaller crews.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's just something that I just sorry, Phil.
I think ships should be limited by number of hard points or number of weapons. I think you should be able to shoot the weapon multiple times with multiple crew members.
No, I'm not saying that. It would one gunner per system.
Yeah, but if you have like two turrets, right?
Yeah, if you're going up to a
They both
military
shoot.
vessel that has multiple turrets, then yeah, they can all shoot.
Right.
If they have line of fire or line of effect. Line of sight, I guess. It's space.
Jace.
Or they just launch a missile. Get that going.
I guess somebody, if it's a bunch, if like, oh, there's 3 guns that's shooting at you, I guess that you can probably just roll 3 dice at the same time.
Yeah, I would just do that. I would just keep it. I'm going to try to keep that fast.
Yeah.
So you're saying it would be like dual wielding?
It's basically what it is.
So you're only going to do 1 strike, is what I'm saying.
Oh no. Each one does see because it's like 3. It's like there's 3 gunner each in their turret. They all have line of sight, right?
Yep, they would all shoot.
They all shoot at you, right?
Oof,
Just yeah, it's very dangerous. But just to keep things like that's not a mechanic. It's just to keep the game running.
I
rolling,
just want to keep the game rolling. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. I think that can work.
I think so. You'll keep it cinematic, just role play it out. What I don't like is systems where you do all of your actions, then I do all my actions, and then they resolve. Do you know what I mean? Like where I don't like that. Most space combat that I've seen, it's like that.
Yeah, I get why they do that. Because you want to be able to, you want to make it possible that both die at the same time.
Yep.
But
oh, I see.
It does slow things down because like a double turn like every time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you end up just re-narrating everything.
Yeah. But one thing I gotta say though that we can do to keep this thing, when you take your last strike, you die if you're a person, or your ship blow up at the end of the round.
Yes. We could say that damage is all applied at the end.
Yeah. So then that allow you like, oh, we're gonna blow up in this round, but you still got a chance to do something. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah.
And the same thing when if you're in your character, right? But since the hero act first, unless ambushed. Then be only like a benefit to the villain, I guess, right? I shoot a guy in the face. He wasn't
Yeah,
ambushed.
just I think just explode.
You don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah, we'll just keep it the
maybe
same as normal combat.
maybe just make it so that if you put an extra strike on them, they explode.
Sure.
Right
If you
away.
like-
exceed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you exceed the number of strikes by 1,
Yep.
then they'll explode. If it only does 1, then it's like a whole breach.
Disabled,
You gotta like
hull
get out of
breach,
there.
dead in space, but not catastrophic.
Oh yeah, that giving them a chance to escape.
Yeah. You just do that. That's fine.
Cool.
But yeah, it would be very deadly with your unarmed ship coming up against
Yeah.
some kind of destroyer or something that.
That's what I'm saying. Our strategy is mostly going to be wait, we're weak and pathetic.
Wait, but now I'm thinking about it.
Wait, what do you need, guys?
Yeah,
that's what we do.
now that I'm thinking about it, what if we do just the strike at the end of a round? And I'm talking like for everything, like because let's say you're on foot, we're on a shootout, right? On
Mhm.
foot, right? And then like I shoot a guy, and then I took away his last strike, but he's still got his round to play, right? Just like that just means he's gonna be dead at the end of this round. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that?
It could be. It's a different game.
I don't hate it.
It does make things a bit more challenging because like you can just like, oh, if I kill it in one round, then he doesn't get to act, right?
Mhm.
You can kill him in one round, he's still gonna get to act.
Mm-hmm.
We probably make it so that if it's like, probably just give that to like elites. Probably not doing that to the mooks.
Right. Minions
Oh,
just go
yeah.
down. Yeah.
Well, minion only got one strike, so they will get that's what I'm thinking too, right? Minion only get one strike, so that's like, think about with Korvac, right? Korvac could just like mow through a bunch of people
Yeah, you could.
because they would die right away. If all
Yep.
those people would have, oh, you took his last only strike because they're mook, right?
Yeah.
But they still get their turn. Then that changed the game a lot
It's a big buff for the enemies.
for the enemies, which I don't hate.
Yeah, I think that mooks should be mooks. And they should die like wheat.
Just sheaths of wheat. Just dead.
Not trying
we'll
to
have
make
to try
mooks
that.
better.
I think we'll probably end up trying that at some point in the campaign just to see how that feels.
All right, we can put that on.
I mean, do it when you want that tone.
Yeah, just see how it works. We'll have a chance to experiment with that because that would be interesting. What I want to see is how it plays out with in character play.
Yeah,
just give people the inclination to
because what I'm trying to reconcile, Max, is I'm trying to reconcile when did that damage occur. So was it because in normal combat, you would, if it was especially melee combat, you'd think that the strike was immediate, that there wasn't the strike from the oversized wrench that Phil has, braining the little Zergling as he runs towards him. That strike happens then before the Zergling bites. Or does every attack be simultaneous? Because I don't think every attack makes sense to be simultaneous.
I like the idea of being more simultaneous, but it's also like, when you in melee, right? When you look people that doing sword fighting, one of the most common occurrence is what they call double, right? And in competition that count for no point, but it's like basically like both people kill each other.
Yeah.
And even in Olympic fencing, right? It's like it become ridiculous because you win if you get like a quarter of a second faster than the other one, right? Or something like very, very small, right? Because they recognize, right? Strike or fucking simultaneous.
Right.
When you throw a punch, right, you always have to keep protected yourself.
Of course,
you don't want
you got to keep your guard up
because like you're probably gonna get hit in the face in the same time you fucking throwing the punch. Otherwise,
absolutely.
So, and the same thing with the shooting, right? I get off a cover to shoot you. Well, that's your chance to shoot me as well.
Are there any games out there where all damage is just done simultaneous at the end of the round?
Well, I don't know. Certainly there is,
There must be.
but I think that would work well in EZD6 because of this strike system.
Yes.
Because it doesn't change anything. It's just like, oh, you just do everything normally, but you took your last strike. It just means like instead of like, oh, I'm dead, it's just like at the end of the round you're gonna be dead, right? Just like, I don't know. We can put that on ice for now.
Yeah.
I think it's something that'd be interesting to try. We can try that maybe
Sure.
some other day. We're gonna play EZD6 in the one shot or whatever, right? Doesn't matter.
We can start it with the comp. We can, if we have space combat, we could start it with that and then see, and then expand it from there. If it works,
yeah,
we can expand it from there.
No, anyway, just like let's just put that on ice because we have enough shit
Sure.
to worry about.
Yeah, we're already adding all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's true.
It's just like, and it's just something that came to my mind like basically out of nowhere right now. Just yeah,
must be late.
It is actually.
It's getting late. Well, I think guys, we can call it there. We're pretty much. I think we're set. Everyone's got their characters. We figured out the ship. We've got the ship stats.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. And next week, all we have to do is just get started, and then we'll figure the rest out as we go, I guess.
Yes. And Phil, so that's okay. So that would happen, right? I got you. I had to run away for some reason. I went to see you if you would come with me because we grew up together.
Yeah, but I like the idea of you saying, like, talking me into like you have this get rich quick scheme, but you don't actually have one. You're just trying to get me to come with you. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it. Or maybe you do have one. Who knows?
If I told you I have one, I probably had something, because I don't think my guy is not a liar.
Okay. I keep thinking your guy. I keep thinking of your guy as like a hustling con man, but he's not really.
I'm not a hustling con man.
Yeah, no. He's some sort of weird killer.
He's
like a
he's like a bit of a pickpocket and stuff like that, but he doesn't hustle people. He's a cool guy and stuff like that. He's a cool cat, right?
Cool cat.
He's a cool cat. Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. Like he just.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You were doing a delivery.
Yeah, we're doing a delivery.
Yep. High value delivery. That's where we're starting.
So you have something you want to deliver or fence, and you offer me some money to go help you.
I don't know if that's where I don't know if that's why I left. I think I just left the
I'm not saying that's why you left. I'm saying that's why. That's the pretense.
Oh, you know what?
For why I'm joining you.
I probably smuggled somebody.
Yeah, it's a river.
Somebody that somebody that has sub story. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, he's a
like
sucker
that's probably fucking like there was probably like this fucking girl.
It's obviously a naked.
That was in trouble. That was in trouble with the what?
It's obviously a naked lady android.
Was she an android? I don't know.
Inside a capsule.
So. But that's probably what it is. It's probably like this girl that was in trouble with the crime gang I was involved with. Mm-hmm. She came to me with a sub story. I said, okay, fuck it, I'll get you out of there. I went to get that ship. And
it's good. We'll start with that. That's good. Gives me an NPC. Right on.
But we probably like no, because she's probably gone by then when
she's
we
in
start.
A cryo tube.
No, we probably like drop her somewhere.
Oh, so it's not even related to where we're at now?
No, it's related to where we're at because we just dropped her, and now we're looking for the next job.
Why make it a girl then?
Just
why are you creating a person that is irrelevant?
I'm just tapping in my sucker for a sub story.
Oh, okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah. Thing, right?
Yeah.
That's
What
good.
if we're
And start with that.
delivering? What if we're delivering medicine for no pay, and then we get there and you're like, "There's no money, bro." I was like, "What? What?" I don't know.
I don't know. I like the idea of it being somebody like vulnerable that we have to transport.
Okay. Doesn't matter to me.
And then like maybe I had some money saved, and I that's what I give you as a pay, right? And it's like it's my saving, and then we're broke, and then you really, Yeah.
Okay.
Works for me.
All right.
That's
Unless
great.
we're not the Panda Express. Yeah, the Panda Express. Yeah. It's a cargo. No. All right. So then we can just start, like, right? We drop that person off.
Yep.
And now we're out of fuel. And we need to look for a local job.
That's great. Starting you on the ground. It's great.
On the ground?
After all this time on the spaceship.
Or in orbit?
In orbit, maybe. Sure.
We're looking on the computer for local job. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think, Phil?
With that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We're gonna get this started, get this show on the road with the game, and we'll just see where it goes from there. That'll be next Monday. Yeah, all things. If everything goes well and everyone can make it, we're gonna do it next Monday. We got our characters, we got our ship. Away we go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone to watch on the replay. Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Phil?
No.
To Max? Anything?
No, I mean, I'm excited to get into that. Like I was excited with what we discussed like last week, but now I'm okay with what we have now. Like there's been some change and stuff like that, but
less
now I'm
excited.
getting into it again.
Oh, Phil's
well,
less
no,
excited.
I had to rebuild a bit, right? You're less excited?
No, you're saying you were excited. Now you're okay with it.
No, I had to rebuild like the connection and stuff like that, right? I had to rebuild like I was getting excited for this backstory that we created, and now like that's kind of thrown out of the water, and we're coming because somebody wants to change his character, so all of a sudden.
I like it though. I like the tidy, clean.
Yeah.
What is it? Tidy, clear-headed. Clear-headed.
Very clear-headed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really but no, like we have this starting point that I'm happy with.
Excellent.
So
as am I. It's late. We will catch everyone on the hopefully I think we've done enough planning for this. I think we can really get into it.
Out loud.
Phil's upset because we didn't actually play, but we're gonna play next week. We're playing. That's it. No more theory crafting. We're going right into it. So yeah. Awesome. Thanks for watching.
Take care. Bye.
Yep. We'll talk to you later. God bless, as Phil says.
God bless everybody.